Patrice just shakes his head. And that's how we start the Opie and Anthony program today, with Patrice O'Neill just shaking his head.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone out there. Hi. How is everybody this morning?
Jesus, what's going on with Imus? This just came through the instant feedback. Can we get audio of this?
Yeah.
Want to let you know that Imus was talking about you boys this morning and even gave a shout-out to Lil Jimmy Norton. Even dropped a Brokeback Mountain reference to his love for Opie. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. You're listening to the O&A virus spreading across America thanks to XM Satellite Radio. Where to begin today? My God, man.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
I knew how to quit you. Our guys are going to be interviewing people after they leave that movie.
It's bad enough that it's just the gay movie. It's very hard. I don't want to hear you fucking homophobic. It's very difficult for guys to sit and watch two men in love with each other doing things that people do when they're in love with each other on a movie. It's uncomfortable to watch. Whenever there's a man-man kiss in a movie or something, even if it's some peripheral storyline in a movie.
When was the last time you saw a movie with a man-man kiss?
You know something? I'm trying to think.
I'm trying to have an open mind. I'm like, okay, all right, I've seen a lot of movies.
It's always
and not
playful.
the comedy one. Not the comedy man-man
Tootsie, no
kiss.
Tootsie.
Yeah, nothing like that. I'm talking like the man-man kiss. It's so goddamn uncomfortable to watch.
Seriously, let's think about this. Last movie you saw where you saw
you don't have to think. Don't even think.
Try not to think about it.
It's none. There's not one tender
Anthony out.
I'm trying to think, and I know there is because I know I've sat there and been uncomfortable.
It's 2005 and sissies rule. Sissies rule Hollywood.
What happened?
Girls and sissies, or sissies and girls, or whatever. It's run by Hollywood, and it's still not a comfortable thing.
Someone's got to come up with it.
And someone's buying the tickets because my local movie theater, I'm going there every day to try to see a movie.
Sold out.
Well, that's just it.
No, I'm not trying to see that movie, but it's sold out. It's sold out across the board. I'm like, who is buying these tickets for this movie?
Motherfucker, I guess the Chelsea board of
you know what though?
of lovers.
New York, it's what, 19 degrees, 20 degrees today.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do during the day in New York City.
But freeze and try to shop.
So what you do is you go to the movie theater, and there's not enough choices out there. So I think people are going, all right, what the hell? Might as well go see it.
People are loving this fucking movie.
Because I look at the board every day after the show. There's nothing I want to see right now in the theaters, except for Kong. Today. I'm going to try for Kong today.
You're not going to make it today.
And Brokeback Mountain. It's huge. People are loving it.
That's what I'm saying. Someone's buying it.
They're loving it.
Gavin said he went by himself. He said he had the last seat or something like that.
Yeah.
In the movie, he went to go see it yesterday. Kong. It's on a Wednesday. Afternoon at 2.
Dude, it's a huge. Forget about the money this is going to pull in. I heard somebody yesterday saying, "Oh, they're going to go see Kong." You're crazy. You're
not going to get. You have to see it.
I said that
on opening. Oh, that was you.
Yeah, but then we had that appearance yesterday.
Saturday.
Nah. You got to find one of these movie theaters that have like 10 showings.
I'll just wait a little while.
They're going to be sold out. You got to go on a Monday, man. You're not a square.
Yeah.
Go fucking when no one. When
you're out of here
at school.
11 o'clock. You go right to the movie theater on a Monday.
Like on 86th Street, where it's just a bunch of rich people.
But you're still going to have to wait. A bunch of rich people.
That's not a bad idea, though.
Yeah, 86th Street, 86 and Broadway. Yeah. Only those rich Jews up there, and they're not going to see King Kong because they have stock in it.
You want to see the monkey movie? Or should we see the Fagala movie?
Anyway, we got to say hi to everyone that joined us at J&R Music yesterday downtown.
Yes, greetings.
We had a great time down there. It was a lot of fun, and the people at J&R Music were just great to us.
When they delivering
very
your
kind.
Huh?
When are they delivering your television?
No, I had Kenny dragging on the subway.
You treat Kenny
Club Soda
so bad.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he was watching you back down there yesterday?
He watches us wherever we go.
Security. We need
Sidecar
security.
Kenny is our man.
And Kenny's
Kenny
our
a dangerous
man.
guy?
Oh yeah.
Is he a dangerous dude?
Oh, he'd fuck you up if he had
Unbelievably
to.
dangerous.
Put that on me. I'm a lover. Just because I'm fat, I gotta fight Club Soda Kenny.
Unbelievably dangerous.
If you're asking, that means you're thinking. So I'm just gonna make sure you know right off the bat that he'd kick your ass.
Because Norton thinks anybody's tough. He's always like, Club Soda Kenny.
Compared to him, yeah.
But is he a dangerous guy?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Really?
Look deep into his eyes. There's something wrong there.
You ever seen Kenny in action?
He likes to skip and do goofy things as a 6'5" guy, but look into those eyes deep and you'll see there's problems.
And I heard stories.
Fuck him up?
I don't know. We've discussed that on many occasions. It would be a good fight.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Poe, Master Poe,
Club Soda
Kenny fight. That'd be a good one. That's a
really
movie
good
finale fight.
That's
like the movie is Poe kicking people's asses and Kenny kicking people's asses, and they're on opposite sides or something.
Yeah.
And then the finale is finally these two are throwing at each other.
Oh yeah. It's pay-per-view.
And you would know.
I just don't know Kenny. I've seen him for years and heard about him, but I've
heard stories
I've heard stories about both these guys.
Yeah.
So. I'm telling you. I've known Kenny longer. I would love to give Kenny the edge, but I'm not going to do that because I really don't know.
You don't know.
But I've heard both stories. So
you'd have to think with what? With sharpened sticks, I might have to give Poe the edge.
With sharpened sticks.
Poe's good with a sharpened stick, but
knife fight, like a sword fighting with knives.
I'm talking the one where you gotta put the woman's what that thing that they put in their hair, a kerchief, in your mouth. And then you get the other end to the other guy, and you gotta hold it in your teeth as you're having a knife fight.
Oh yeah.
So you gotta stay within 3 feet of each other. You see that?
No.
God damn,
great.
Anthony's you're like a romantic.
That's
man.
a good knife
fight.
What
is wrong with you?
That's you bite on the end of this silk scarf. That's what it is. And it's like 3 feet long, and the other guy's got the other end of his mouth, and you can't let go.
What was this doing?
And then you're having a knife fight.
Medieval time? When was this?
Nah, that was in a movie I saw with David Carradine.
All right.
Oh.
I think if they're both using balloons, then Club Soda Kenny has the edge.
How is he going to kill someone with a balloon?
Nah, it'll be a distraction, though.
I don't know. I think I'd give it to Poe.
Why?
Because I've never seen Kenny fight balloons.
No, fight with balloons.
I've seen Poe fight balloons.
They got balloons in their hands,
right?
And then they figure out what to do with the balloons.
Kenny's mellow though. I think Poe would be more up for it.
I don't know.
Like if you try to set up Poe, like, dude, I'm ready.
There's this
Kenny just seems
underlying thing with Kenny is mellow.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying
that makes him more dangerous.
I'm saying Kenny's just like a dude that looks like he's not trying. Like you
have
Poe,
no idea.
You kind of know he enjoys knowing karate or Sudoku, whatever fuck Poe knows.
Yeah,
but
all
whatever he knows, he enjoys knowing it, enjoys knowing that you know it. But Kenny, I've never seen Kenny do nothing but ask you, do you need some water?
Kenny will walk through.
I'll tell you really fast. We had a situation at Caroline's at the Jim Norton show.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Kenny push 3 guys up the stairs. And you know how steep those stairs are, right?
Right.
And Keith the cop was helping out too, and he got pushed up the stairs. Oh, when Kenny has to
take care of business,
it's brutal.
He'll smile and tell somebody like, "Have a nice day," and then snap someone's neck with the same smile on his face.
That's what I'm saying. That's the dude.
Dangerous.
That's
he pushed 3 guys up
the
the stairs, those Caroline stairs, like it was nothing.
Yeah, I'd have to.
I'm telling you.
I don't know who I'd give the edge to.
But anyway, J&R Music was great yesterday, and then we went on a shopping spree.
A shopping spree, wasn't that fun?
J&R Music, they own the whole block, in New York City. It's unbelievable.
Except for some goddamn hardware store they can't seem to get rid of.
Hardware store?
Yeah, right in between, like, the J&R Music.
Oh, that's the guy
and
that's
the J&R Computer World and stuff like that. Yeah. There's this hardware store sitting there that looks like it's been there, it sold parts for the Chrysler building.
Yeah.
And they won't leave. They will not leave. Get out of there with your hardware store. We want our electronics. And it's just floor after floor. Great store, man.
It's unbelievable.
We were under the impression, we're so stupid, we're under the impression that there were J&Rs all over the place.
Right.
Like, I thought because they present themselves like they're everywhere.
I even told one of the guys, I could have sworn I went to a J&R Music out on Long Island, and they started laughing at me. They only have one store, but they advertise so well, you just feel like you've been in their store.
Like they're everywhere. And the one store they do have is just, it's like 5 stores.
Is it Arabs?
No.
No. American people.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. There's so many employees. There's an elevator guy that brings you up and down the floors.
Yeah, very nice.
And then you have to go on the street to go into another department. It's an unbelievable organization.
Went over to the computer side and had a field day over there. And you were over there by the TVs and the digital cameras. And
I spent $3,000 yesterday.
Opie's just going crazy.
And people know I don't really spend money often. I just went nuts. Digital cameras and PSPs.
Those stores
that
get you all
TV's at your house already.
Oh, yeah. And I got a 32-inch LCD high def for the bedroom. Yeah.
Nice.
It's already there. It's already hooked up?
Nah, it's just on the floor where Kenny left it.
Nice.
You really had Kenny bring it home on the train?
Fuck yeah.
Fucking inviting problems.
Look, man, they were going to deliver it, but it was going to take a day or two. I said, all right. And then we were going to cab it up to, the studio here. And then Kenny said, I swear to God, he'll get on the phone if he's listening right now. He goes, dude, I'll just take it to your apartment.
I'll carry it for you, Opie.
So here's this monster, 6'5" monster carrying a 32-inch LCD through the streets of New York, 2 or 3 blocks of the subway. It's rush hour on the tightest subway you can imagine.
And the boxes are like 10 times bigger than the TVs that are in them.
Yeah.
You ever get a TV delivered and
the box
is huge? How did he do that?
He's a monster.
It doesn't matter about monsters. It matters about a balance.
Yeah,
and
physically,
I'm saying not. He keeps acting like I'm questioning his physical prowess. I'm saying, how did he do it?
They got cutouts in the box, which is probably meant for 2 people, but he just grabbed it on one end, grabbed it on. It was like this.
He does have a wingspan like a condor.
I'm stretching out,
and he's fucking carrying your fucking TV on a fucking train like a goddamn slave. And you couldn't say nah. Don't do. Your
absolutely not.
Your soul couldn't say, Kenny, don't do that, man.
No. Yeah, you could have gone to the guys and gone, JNR, could you have this delivered this afternoon to my house? And they would have absolutely
How much you give him?
Huh?
How much you give him?
I gave him a few bucks and then I bought him dinner, but then someone else picked up the tab. Because they get expensive through XM. They insisted, so.
Dinner with Wicklund?
It was, no, it was Mike.
Oh.
Mike who helped out. Right. Helped us with the shopping spree. But, no, we're on the subway, and the box is just getting in everyone's way. Everyone is annoyed. And
you should put that thing together at least before the time it would have took for JNR to deliver it.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because now...
Kenny doesn't feel like it's just like, it's horrible.
Yeah, right. He has no gloves, no hat, and he's just carrying like 30...
Could you see he comes over his house in like a month, and it's still sitting there in the box?
Yeah, you got to put it up, man. You have to put it up.
Well, yeah, because I could have got it delivered, I guess, today or tomorrow.
Exactly.
And it's still in the box,
You have to justify the fact that he did that by hooking it up and watching the motherfucking thing.
But you have Kenny have sciatica and fucking twisted vertebrae for you to get your TV today.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sidecar Kenny.
Here he is. Hey, Club Soda.
Good morning, people.
Hey.
And let me start by saying I once got my ass kicked by a dirigible.
A dirigible?
Yeah, weren't you talking about balloon fighting? Wasn't that a good opening line?
I got no. It stunk, Kenny. You could kick some ass, but you cannot tell a joke.
How much money did Opie pay you, Kenny, for that fucking fiasco yesterday?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I'm worth every penny of the $13,500 annual salary he gives me.
Kenny just insists, though. Anthony knows.
I know. It's uncomfortable.
Anthony wants to throw me under the bus, but the reality is Kenny just insists to the point where you go, all right, just let him do it.
I can't use Kenny's services, though, like you do. I don't know what it is, and there's nothing wrong with it, but I can't. Like, I had to make all kinds of airline reservations.
Oh, no. Kenny does all that for me now.
A cruise that I'm going on in April.
He takes care of my vacation and everything now.
And I know I could have called Kenny, and he would book it like a travel agent and have everything ready for me, but I just can't bring myself to call him up and do that. And he's offered.
No, I pay him, though. He needs...
What's Kenny's job? What's his job title?
He's just...
I'm a personal assistant.
He's like a jack of all trades. Dude, you should call him because I pay him a little extra, and then he's got some spending
money.
See, but
now I got to talk to you. What do you pay him? Because I don't want to make either... I don't want to look bad, or I don't want to make you look bad, so it has to be the same amount.
No, it depends on what he's doing for me.
See, that's just it.
He booked a hotel recently for me, and I threw him, what, $40, $50?
To book a hotel?
Something like that, yeah. Just a quickie.
That's a little expensive.
Huh?
What hotel?
Was it
a pricey hotel?
Yeah, because everything was sold out.
And he got you in? Okay, no, that's fine then. All right.
Actually, he got me into a hotel.
I just thought you didn't want to pick up a phone and call a hotel, because I've been...
oh, no, I won't do that.
I've been in a jam where they have no hotel rooms.
No, Kenny knows how to work his way around all this stuff.
Because there was backstory to the whole thing.
Yeah, he works, he was a road manager for Dice for many years, so he knows the ins and outs. So when a hotel tells you they're sold out, Kenny knows other ways to possibly get a room in that hotel.
You're not with Dice anymore,
And he
Kenny?
did just that.
No.
He don't know?
No. He dumped his whole entourage. I don't know what he does now, but I wish him well.
Okay.
Yeah, look at that diplomatic guy.
You're gonna...
And then he was on a show recently in Philly, I'm hearing, and saying, and I guess our names came up, and he said something like, who are those guys? Who?
Yeah.
Who are those guys? That's real smart. Anyway, so how was the TV there, Kenny?
Can I just state for the record, please don't make a fuss over me. You ever hear that song, you gotta be cruel to be kind? That's how you act.
In the right measure.
In the right measure.
Of course, Kenny.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Like, Opie's making, like, a big fuss, like, is it really heavy? Are you okay? Do you want to take a break?
But he should be.
I felt guilty because he has no gloves on. You could tell he's freezing.
Oh, and it was 19 degrees out.
Have you ever brought your own TV up some stairs?
Oh.
You know how I bring a TV up? I bought one of those same that Opie got.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to turn it upside down?
No.
I roll it up the stairs, like, end by end, like, flip each step. Boop, boop,
Let me tell you something,
You're not supposed to do that, but they're so heavy.
The only thing that motivates you to do that is the fact that you're going to unwrap it and look at a brand new, nice TV. That gives you, like, extra strength to get it up the stairs, because it's your fucking TV. Kenny, on the other hand, just has to bring it in. Hey, he's not going to get to enjoy that television.
Kenny, I was going to buy you dinner last night, too. You know that, right?
Oh, I know.
All right.
You're a sweetheart.
And then Mike said, no, man, I could write this off because it's a business expense. I'm like, all right, cool. So
yeah,
can you.
No.
I know, but that's
you're
paperwork.
A sweetheart.
Yeah.
The last trip to D.C., I didn't even bother, handing in my receipts. It's too much work. It's
I haven't expensed one goddamn thing. One thing. I have not expensed one thing for this company in a year and 3 months. They probably owe me hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Forward your receipts to me and I'll take care of it.
Yeah,
really?
He does that for me every once in a while,
Would he do that, too?
When he's on the road with us?
Kenny does your taxes?
No, he doesn't do that, but he'll do my expense reports for me. I'll hand him the receipts, and he'll fill out the paperwork. He knows how to do this stuff.
That I would do. I
don't know how to do this shit. I don't want to learn how to do this shit. I'm at a point in my life, if I could pay someone to do this, great.
You shouldn't have to do it.
I hate all that stuff. Always have.
I'll give him a percentage. Like a percentage of the expense.
Look at Opie's face. He starts scratching.
Opie's like, no,
percentage my balls.
Ixnay on the Erpay Energy. That's right. That's called a raise.
You see his face? He's oh, shit.
No.
Flat feet.
Flat feet, you idiot. Flat feet.
You guys are so talented. You shouldn't have to be worrying about those menial tasks like that. You bring so much joy to millions of people every day with your radio.
Listen to this guy.
I know, Kenny.
Believe this?
I know.
How does he have the skills of Jackie Chan and also the skills of Helen the secretary at the same time?
I don't understand it. He does.
Who even all my life will be taken up with learning how to fuck people up. I won't even know how to read. Is my
a little known fact about Club Soda Kenny, he could get his hair into a nice beehive.
Yeah, it's very attractive.
When he's in secretary mode.
When we were in Vegas, we'd come down off the elevator, and he would be standing there with a bottle of water, coffee,
Starbucks.
for us, for the girls, like he knows what everyone wants. It's taken care of. The guy is a saint.
He's first Club Soda experience I ever had in terms of anything further than how you doing, Kenny, and walking away quickly, is the Halloween party where you saw it in action. Once he said, oh, okay, Patrice is with Opie and these guys. All right, you need any water?
He takes care. He takes care of business.
And, I must apologize to Patrice because I'm a little remiss that I don't pay enough accolades to him because he's a giant in the industry also.
Yes, he is. And he's been killing for us the last week and a half.
Thank you, Kenny.
I enjoy him on the radio. I enjoy his stand-up. and I enjoy his personality personally.
Unfortunately, people don't enjoy you on the radio, so we're going to move on.
Yeah.
But I want to thank you for carrying my TV yesterday. From J&R to the subway.
Public thank you for that.
Yeah, they are telling us you got to go.
Yeah.
I should be seen and not heard. I'm like that little puppy that just like sits there and waits for an order.
All right.
And you're adorable, just like a puppy, Kenny.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
All right.
See you tomorrow.
All right, Kenny.
Yeah, I guess there are rumors that there's going to be hundreds of our listeners outside the studio tomorrow.
That's what I'm hearing.
Hundreds of listeners outside our studio.
That's what I'm hearing.
111 West 57th Street. Because we're going to help Howard say goodbye to regular radio.
Why not join in?
And if you want to join us, it's tomorrow morning. Join your fellow pests outside the studio. But I'm hearing hundreds. That's what they're promising me. I don't know.
Do people have time to change plans like that?
Yeah, why not?
No, I'm saying like...
Take a Friday off, come in, and hang out with a bunch of O&A fans. They're going to be drinking after the event. And
if you guys had like something like you was doing that, what Howard's doing, right?
Yeah.
And then somebody did that to you.
Oh, no,
Is there time enough to stop what you thought, what you was planning to change?
They're past the fail-safe mark. They have to now do what they were going to do.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's all planned out,
That's right.
Whatever they're doing.
That's right. So, we got lots of radio to do today. We made the USA Today in the Lifeline section, front page.
We seem to be piggybacked.
Well,
every satellite story that comes out.
Everyone's talking about Howie. It's his, it's his moment in the sun. We had the same thing happening a little over a year ago.
When you go from regular radio to satellite, they make a big deal out of it.
So there's a whole article on Howie leaving and stuff, and we get about 2 paragraphs in the article, and it doesn't make us happy today. So we might have another mission for the pests.
You got to look at the source, Opie. You have to look at the source of the quote.
Okay, Inside Radio.
Inside Radio. This is a website, I guess.
InsideRadio.com.
Yeah, it's a radio industry website, but it's a broadcast radio. Any of these radio websites that are up there now, like the New York Radio Message Board, Radio Info, FMQB.com is another one. These are big, like, radio, traditional...
AllAccess.com.
Yeah, traditional broadcast radio sites. They aren't too hip to satellite radio. The people that go on their message boards and whatnot don't like satellite radio. They don't see it succeeding. They have this vision of it like it's not even there. Meanwhile, it's growing by leaps and bounds every day.
They're old fogies. It's like back in the day when the Beatles started to hit. And there were people going, the Beatles, please.
They refuse to get satellite radio, so they don't know what impact satellite has, how people are enjoying it,
right?
How great it is to own, a great alternative to regular radio. So you got to kind of look at the source. They really are. They're out of touch with technology and what's going on in satellite radio.
Well, this is irresponsible journalism, though. Because I got to tell you one thing. We've been doing radio a long time, Anthony and I together, well over 10 years now, right? And I don't know. I've never felt more exposure for our show than what's going on right now.
Never.
We have so much national attention, and we never had this type of national attention on regular radio. Here and there we did. Here and there we'd get our chance to be on a national TV show or do this or that, and maybe go in a penthouse. So we had it, but nothing to the extent that we're seeing now. We're in articles every day.
Yeah.
Like, our exposure is way the fuck up there. We're on the back page of the New York Post today. XM took out another great Opie and Anthony advertising.
Yeah.
You know, Opie and Anthony only on XM radio. It's on the back page of the New York Post, which is basically the sports. Well, it is the sports section.
Yep.
And we got great exposure on that today. So this guy, Tom Street, editor of Inside Radio, he writes, and although Street predicts Stern will succeed, he also says Stern faces the possibility of fading in the media limelight, as radio shock jocks Opie and Anthony did when they moved to XM.
Fading in the radio. Well, we faded in terrestrial radio, that's for sure. We're not on that anymore.
We didn't fade away, though.
But, yeah.
We didn't fade away at all. We got a lot of attention because of our Assault on the Media campaign. That was a huge national thing that just happened, last week?
Mm-hmm.
So that's something fresh that he could have referenced, actually.
No, nothing.
And then he says, I think you can look at what happened to Opie and Anthony, who are talented guys, and at the same time you could say they become far less visible. That's
on regular radio. Yeah.
Far less visible.
Because we're not on radio. On broadcast radio.
Our audience at this point is huge.
Yeah.
And growing every day. Just trust me on that. It's huge. We can't keep up with the email that comes in. We just can't keep up with it. It's gotten to that point. And it's just going to get better from here. So to say we just kind of faded away is just irresponsible.
Getting bashed by Inside Radio, it doesn't really bother me. Really doesn't. You got to look at the source.
I understand, but it's in USA Today. That's a pretty big newspaper.
Yeah.
And it's on the front page of the Life section.
Well,
it's
maybe
not like
we ought to show
in the middle of the paper. It's not buried. It's right on the front page of the Lifeline.
Maybe we ought to show Inside Radio how much we've faded away. Maybe our listeners can show them that you only number maybe 10 or 20 people. And go to InsideRadio.com. Isn't there a dash in there somewhere?
No, it's just InsideRadio.com.
It's just InsideRadio.com.
I check out their website every morning to see what's going on in the radio.
Maybe our listeners want to check out InsideRadio.com and send a couple emails, maybe.
Is that in order, sir?
That is order.
All right. That's all they need to know.
That's it. Go ahead. Have fun. Have fun with it, kids. You want to throw me that box of tissues there, Hawk?
Are you a little under the weather?
No, I just, got a little moisture.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. It's not like, I got to blow it, but it gets chilly.
Patrice is like, what's wrong with you guys? All right. Let's say hi to Big Ass Member. He was at the JNR Music thing yesterday. What's up, Big Ass Member?
Nothing much.
Also known as BAM.
Yes, also known as BAM. Getting ready for tomorrow morning, just planning and planning, getting more and more pests signing up every minute.
Seems to be I don't know, almost a coup looking to happen in the O&A Army between BAM here and Dugout Doug.
No, you guys got to stay together.
Yeah,
Stop with this crap.
You don't need dissension in the ranks.
Absolutely not.
No, I love Doug. He's great.
For once, can we all just stay together?
See, they're trying to pull power from each other.
Listen, man, you have to address it now before. Don't let it boil on. That's what girls do. Let it boil underneath. You got to let it out. Maybe y'all should fight, or maybe you should have a talk, somebody got to concede. You can't let this happen. You can't do that.
We got to do it like Hitler or Stalin does. And every so often, just kill everybody and get a whole new batch.
You can't have this undercurrent of I'm better than you.
Right. You know that we have fan sites that hate each other?
Yeah, they battle.
How does that make sense?
They battle with each other.
Not good, man.
They have started these sites for the same reason. They both sides love the Opie and Anthony show, but these sites hate each other.
Yeah. It's amazing.
That's mind-boggling. You can't have that kind of. You can't have this. Like again, scene from. Scarface, you expect me to believe Omar was a stoolie because Sosa said so?
Sosa said so?
You can't do that, man. You cannot. No. You gotta just massage each other's back. Just give it to them in terms of what is it, seniority or some shit. You can't beef. You cannot beef.
Yeah, you guys gotta stick together.
Yeah, absolutely. The army loves each other. And so this is really a call right now to everyone who's there is that dissension between different message boards, but this is a time for everyone to unite, everyone to get out there tomorrow morning. It's going to be a massive march. We're going to take on Hoo-Hoo. We're going to bring it right to his face and just say, hey, listen, we're here, and this is what we're about. You've been ripping off people for years, and we're going to start telling the truth.
And we are the pioneers.
That's right. And you guys can't embarrass us tomorrow. You guys got to have some numbers tomorrow.
You don't want them to show up then?
If 20 people show up at the station with a couple cute signs, we're fucked. We look like idiots.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone should actually now, because there's a rumor that he might be moving things slightly earlier. Should probably get to the station at latest by 7:30. Just so everyone's there with plenty of time for us to make it over. We're going to be meeting outside of XM, which is on 57th Street between 6th and 7th, and we'll be walking over.
All right, and it's a call to arms, so whoever wants to join the gang, come on down.
Call to arms.
Here's the deal, though. I mean, we've been saying it for well over a week now. You guys got to be peaceful. You have to. You have to keep it peaceful.
We sent out a detailed list of instructions on how people have to behave when they attend, including, no fighting, no bringing air horns, bull horns, anything like that might cause any trouble at all. If there's any problems, you find the police, and you just behave yourself.
All right. Purely visual.
Just one more plug I got to give. I know I gave Metro Printing yesterday in Cage in North Cal.
Yeah.
But I got to just to say thank you to Brandon McKinney, a.k.a. Balloon Not B on Whackback. He actually designed the cartoon on the Pest T-shirt.
They got T-shirts made, banners made.
Which is absolutely phenomenal.
Make sure you guys have a lot of XM logos.
Absolutely. We have tons. And I have one more little tease for the Pest.
Yeah.
We actually have foam middle fingers that say hoo-hoo on it.
Like a sporting event.
That's great. We're looking for the Pest to be more clever as we move forward, so...
Absolutely.
I'm going to state that every time we talk about the Pest. Because a lot of people are like, the Pest, they're going to get Opie and Anthony in trouble eventually. I don't think so. We love the Pest. We love what they do for the show. We just want them to be smarter and more clever. That's all.
There's Sonny Pest and Michael Pest. You know what I mean? Corleone. Is there a bunch of Sonny Pests where they got
bunch of Sonnies, yeah.
Dad got to say, shut your fucking mouth. You don't tell everybody.
No, in general, they've have stayed out of trouble. The Pests, and they've done some great work for us.
Because Bam sounds political. Bam sounds like one of the negotiators and shit. And so it was Dougie Doug like, let's chop her head off and
Doug is more Sonny. Yeah, he's a hothead.
That's what it is. That's the factions that have.
Doug is I like Doug, but he's a hothead. You make the deal, Bam. You make the deal.
We heard Doug last night on Pal Talk.
Oh, my God. I was laughing my balls off.
We have Doug on the line, too. Doug out, Doug?
What, the Pal Talk? It's just practice for being assholes.
Yeah.
You can hear
Actually, Anthony was explaining Pal Talk and what you guys have been doing lately.
In the office. I was talking about it. We hadn't even hit on it on the air yet, but last night I go into this thing. It's called Pal Talk, and it's like a webcams. You get your webcam, and you can hook up, and now you can look at people on their webcams, chat either through text or through microphones. So you're talking back and forth, and you could see people in front of their computers doing whatever. Girls show their tits, and, it's just kind of a hang. And there's a whack bag room, so I'm hanging out in there and, just talking about things and laughing. And then they go on these room raids that are so fucking funny, because there's different categories of rooms that you can go to on this Pal Talk. There's adults-only sections, and then there's ethnic sections, sexual sections, and then under those sections, there's a whole bunch of subsections, by men looking for blah, 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 proud Africans, look, and you go there, and it's just like these guys are like the guys up the street in Times Square just talking, fuck the white man, the white devil, we gotta rise up, the Israelites. And then these guys go on these room raids where I am laughing my ass off, because they got more sound clips, the listeners, than we do, and they play them in these rooms. So we go into a few of the black rooms, and Doug starts playing some of our favorite songs that we've played on this. Like, this guy gets through pontificating about, the white devil is holding us down, my brothers, we must rise up, and goes on for like 15 minutes. And you sit there listening, and then all of a sudden you see a little microphone appear next to Doug's name, and you go, oh no. He goes, well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to play a little song that I think tells you my feelings. Bow, 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 the house next door to me was sold to niggers. It is so funny. Yeah, this one will kick up. And this is over. Now they can all hear this. There's like 50 black people listening.
Next door to me's been sold to niggers.
and this guy was just preaching with his heart out about the white man and the devil.
And that's by Doug.
Oh, Doug out.
You can hear the fucking. You can hear where the problem is.
Dude, it is.
Doug is a headhunter. He has angst. And he doesn't care about you guys.
No.
He just wants death.
He wants to be in there with heads up on spikes where people come to worship him.
And then, fucking big ass member's probably going, and he's probably a little nervous of Doug, they met, and he does this. Doug, people aren't going to pay attention if you come. We want black pests too, you know.
Doug, there's a part of what you do. There's a part of what you do that does serve a purpose, but...
I didn't know you could imitate Pat from SNL. Jesus.
Doug, can you stop antagonizing for 5 fucking minutes?
Oh, it is the funniest goddamn thing. And then the gay rooms. You go into the gay rooms again. Some gay guy will just be going on and on about the gay lifestyle and how, you know, there's so much gay bashing going on. And, boom, we'll pop in, and I had a little fun last night. Andrew Dice Gay made an appearance in one of the gay rooms, which was a lot of fun. I was instantly bounced from the room. They threw me right the fuck out.
They banned you.
Oh, banned. Banned in a second. I was like, why can't two men just enjoy each other's assholes? Boom, gone, out of the gay room.
Oh, I thought you were typing, Andrew Dice
No, you could say it.
Yeah, okay, I got it now. Because when you were telling me in the office, I'm like, you were imitating Dice. What?
No, you can actually say it.
I got it now.
And then you look at everybody, because everybody else from Whackbag is up on their cameras and everything. Right. So you look and just watch everybody laughing their asses off. It's like Patrice, you're hanging out. It's very fun.
You do realize at this point the Opie and Anthony show just doesn't end? We just pop in 4 hours a day. These guys continue with the Opie and Anthony show on their own.
Oh, my God.
That's what this has become.
That, by the way, was like
a whole
11 o'clock last night. I
You
didn't
should have
get to
these
sleep
two come
until
down,
after
man.
11.
You should have these two come down and do some type of handshake. I just know people. I'm a genius with this shit. There's a problem here that has to stop.
Is there a problem between you guys?
You can hear the way Doug gets on the phone. You heard, like, Bam's like, you know, hey, guys. You didn't hear Doug not once agree with no air horns. He gave motherfuckers the 2-wink, bring an air horn, motherfucker. Somebody's ears are getting blown. I want to see somebody's drum on the fucking floor bleeding.
Fucking Kurt from Apocalypse Now,
Doug gets on the phone. Hello? What's up, motherfuckers? Bam's like, good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, yes. We're going to be down there. We're stressing that people come and in numbers. But Doug, I don't give a fuck if it's just me. Someone's going down.
And this pest name, motherfucker, I want to be a bug. Fuck pest, nigga. That's faggy shit. This is Bam's like hyena. Bam's like the loyal order of pests.
They're going to be pests and hyenas.
Hello, he taps a glass with a pen. Ding, 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 ding. Hello, calm down, calm down.
Let's see what's going on here. So, Doug, what do you got?
Jesus Christ.
There's your intro, a 10-minute intro for Doug today.
Beautiful. No, I just really know how to push people's buttons, and one of the most entertaining things in the world is people reacting. I just love that.
See, that's why I love Doug. See, I understand that.
I'm the same way.
And that's why when I do get MySpace eventually, I'm only going to have one friend, Dugout Doug.
That's it.
Hey,
because he understands. Huh?
What about me?
Bam?
Yeah.
You're more You're more like a friend that Anthony would want.
But I'm the same way as Doug. That's how I know. It's just like, it's not, that's what, it just leads to problems. See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm the same way. I like to see people hurt.
That's why this show works so well. You know, Anthony, much more diplomatic than I'm just like an ass. I'm just an ass.
I'll sit back and laugh my ass off. Like when last night, one of the guys, Kev Slider, black guy, comes on to the and he's a friend, and he's part of, you know, Whackbag and everything, and comes on, and he is greeted by some of the most racist clips and songs by the members of that fucking board. It's hysterical. And I just sit back and laugh my ass off. You guys are a rip on that fucking thing. All right,
so Doug, what do you got today?
So, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes. And you have no real problem with Bam, right?
No, absolutely not. No, we get along. Bam and I work very closely on this, actually, on the phone every day, emailing. He did most of the legwork on this because he's up there, and I'm probably not going to be able to make it up there due to the fact that I got to take a test because I'm trying to get a job. He's done a lot of the work, and if this thing goes off, it is attributed mostly to him if it goes off the way it is, because he
accolades.
All right, that sounds good.
You guys honestly think there's going to be hundreds of people there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Representing us?
Lots of messages. And what we're banking on people that aren't part of message boards showing up. You know, just showing up for the free lunch that we're supplying tomorrow. And
where's free lunch again?
At the Hard Rock.
Hard Rock Cafe, that's right.
What's the success in numbers and what's the failure in numbers, you would say?
Well, a noticeable, huge noticeable presence. It all depends on how many numbers he has there also, so.
Yeah, that's what it's got to be.
Yeah,
it's got to be a huge noticeable number.
Anything less than, like,
500
Anything less than 200 people tomorrow? Oof.
Gonna need a lot of people.
And
but
actually, we fucked up one of his rallies with XM's help, and we only used like 25 people.
We only had 25 people. The thing is, the props
fucked it up.
These people have what I will call the props that will really make a statement. You can make 4 people look like 40 with some of the stuff I've seen that they are bringing with them.
Have you heard that story
tomorrow.
yet, Patrice? When Howie announced he's going to Satellite, right? He does this big rally down in Union Square. And there was a lot of people there. Not gonna lie to you, there was a lot, and we coordinated this whole thing. We got hotel rooms. We had walkie-talkies. We had this whole thing that we worked out, right? And just as he hit the stage, we went go, go, go. Anthony and I were watching from above, from a hotel room, on the whole damn thing. See, this is why we're going to win eventually, because we still have the passion to do this shit. He's too fucking lazy just driving around in big limos, and he doesn't give a fuck anymore. That's a fact. So it's just a matter of time. We spent a lot of time and effort on this whole thing. We were in this hotel room on a ledge with walkie-talkies, Ant and I, watching the whole scene down below, and we gave the signal, go, go, go. And then people, and there was only like 25, 30, came from all directions with huge Opie and Anthony XM banners, and just infiltrated the whole mess that was going on down there. We have pictures of Howard staring right at the XM stuff with the look of he just wanted to kill somebody. And he was so fucking pissed.
And anytime he's out now doing any kind of public appearance, there they are. The pests are there every single time, right in his face.
That's one of our mantras. Wherever he goes, we go. Simple as that.
It goes to show just who has a passion. I mean, they were talking about showing up at your J&R music appearance yesterday, and not a single one showed.
No.
Not one.
No.
Because he doesn't give a fuck about his listeners when it comes down to it.
Doug and Bam, here's Daniel from Alabama. Let's see how well you two are appreciated here. Please let Doug and Bam kill each other. It's time for the pests to die, and these 2 faggots are the main ones. They add nothing to the show aside from boring conversation. Fuck Doug, he's an ass cunt.
Oh, shut up, the cunt, and fucking enjoy the show and be a fan of the show and get in on it.
All right.
Daniel from Alabama doesn't seem to like you.
All right, we got to move on, guys. So, Doug, you have anything else?
Yeah, anybody that's been listening in the past week learned a little bit about what happened with you guys in the 2 years that you were off.
Yeah.
Just the pure fact that you guys could have been on the air sooner if Howard wasn't such a fucking pussy should anger some of the original listeners from the NEW days to get out there and get in his face and show him how much of an asshole he is. You can tell him. You can tell his fans. We had to suffer through bullshit mediocre radio from October to May till you guys got your bones back. Let's face it. And we fucking paid extra for it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doug.
So we got to get in there, and we got to let Howard know, face to face, man to man, that he is a piece of shit for keeping you guys down the way he did.
All right.
Yeah, 7:30 tomorrow morning outside XM Studios on 57th. I hear there might be a special mission that evening, though.
I don't even want to know. All right, Doug, thanks.
Bye.
Bam, thank you.
No problem.
Remember, keep it peaceful.
Yep, see you tomorrow.
All right.
Bye-bye.
And really fast, Boston Strangler.
Hey, good morning, guys. Hey, Doug. Hey, Bam. I just want to reinforce that there should be no fighting amongst certain other fan boards.
Factions.
You don't want... Excuse me?
The factions.
No, he's talking about the fan sites for Hoo-Hoo.
Sure.
Right.
Correct. And basically keep it clean. We're there to humiliate Howard, and that's about it.
All right. Thank you, Boston Strangler. Anything else?
I don't think he's going to be too proud of that call. I don't think Boston Strangler and the fans, when they critique everything that happens,
every single fucking thing.
You know what happens? You see, because Bam and Doug were on the show here today. Now there will be message boards will comment and critique everything that was said, everything, the way they came across and everything. Now Boston Strangler, you're not going to fare too well.
Is he a card carry member there?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
All right. Montana wants in real fast. Then we got to move on to one of our favorite DJs of all time, Frankie Blue. Let's say hi to Bryce in Montana. Bryce.
Yeah, I was just calling in regard to the article saying you guys faded away. I mean, just where I'm from should tell everybody that you guys didn't do anything but grow. Who in Montana knew who the fuck O&A was before you guys were on XM?
Yeah, see, that's something that Inside Radio doesn't understand. That now we're nationwide.
How he thinks he's going to grow. He's been everywhere. He's been on the fucking TV. He's been on all the radio stations around the nation. Everybody's fucking sick of him. Everybody's already heard of him. You guys, there's a bunch of us that drive truck at night that bullshit on the phone, and when it hits 5 o'clock out here, nobody talks because O&A's on.
Thank you, Bryce. I appreciate that.
All right, man. Punch out.
He's spreading the word.
Fading away. We're all over the country.
This is like natural syndication.
Yeah.
It's just you don't have to make deals. It's
a virus,
You're
man. I'm
everywhere.
That guy Bryce has already turned some other truckers onto the show. That's why we call it the O&A
corner
virus.
of the country you go to, that's it. We're available. We're there.
All right, we got to talk about Frankie Blue. Frankie Blue made the paper again. And it was about a year ago that this all went down.
Yes.
We're finally going to get into real radio here, so...
Fading away. By the way, we were involved in this story, too. Remember when the story broke and we played the audio?
Oh, yeah.
And we were all over the news when that story broke because we were the first ones to play the audio of this guy on the air drunk, and that's why he got fired.
Right. Exactly. Well, the abused DJ is suing from this story.
Abused DJ.
This is one of our favorite tapes since coming to satellite radio, by the way. Bad Mix Boss, abused DJ sues. This went down a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, Frankie Blue, was like one of these PDs that was legendary, had a lot of power.
Oh, when you heard, when the industry heard, Frankie Blue's coming to a station, everybody goes, oh, Frankie Blue.
Holy
wow.
shit, Frankie
now
Blue.
They need business. Now they're serious about getting the station on the map.
Fucked.
Right.
He's gonna play the better Donna Summer records. Damn. So, this is how they're reporting it in the New York Post this morning. A popular DJ is suing Mix 102.7 FM, saying the station allowed her old boss to put her through jingle hell.
I got it. It's a good joke.
Jingle hell for skipping their 2004 Christmas party. Yvonne Velasquez says former program director Frankie Blue physically assaulted her for not sharing in the company's holiday cheer. Who the fuck are you not to come to our Christmas party? Velasquez quotes Blue as screaming. You are such a fucking diva, he continued. This is stuff we had no idea about. We just got the tape of him actually going on the air. Let's see, you're a fucking diva, he continued. What did you think? You're better than everybody? Blue followed up that performance by going on air. So this is the shit that happened before he went on air.
We always wondered what had happened that took the jock that was supposed to be on the air off the air and allowed Frankie Blue to then take her place, drunk off his ass, and broadcast.
Yeah,
our own Earl was there, by the way.
That's right. He was running the board.
And he said that there was a problem between the two. He didn't get to hear it, though.
Right.
But he saw it through the glass.
Right.
And this is apparently what was said now. This woman is saying he was saying this stuff to her.
I think to bring everyone into the story, they had this weird thing where they had the Christmas party at, lunchtime.
Yeah.
Or in the middle of the day or something like that. And
I guess they assumed if you had to work after the Christmas party, you weren't going to get tanked.
Right. Well, I've been in a situation in my career where they have these Christmas parties, and I'm the dude that has to go on the air, so you're exactly right.
Yeah.
You're like, God damn, everyone's getting drunk around you.
You can't.
You can't, and especially back then. I didn't have any power. I went on the air drunk. I was fired the next day.
Right.
No problem. So that's probably what happened. So she decides not to go to the Christmas party. Frankie Blue comes back from the Christmas party. He's fucking hammered. So we think. He's on something. It's obvious.
When you hear the tape, please.
And now he's yelling and screaming at her and calling her a fucking diva. What did you think? You're better than everybody? Blue followed up that performance by going on air where he allegedly used the F word again and referred to the station by the wrong call letters. He was bounced from the station a few weeks later. Yeah, he went on the air and started using the call letters of the competition where he made big.
Right.
The suit says the X-rated Christmas rant happened on December 15th, 2004, which is a year ago today, by the way, when Velasquez showed up at 7:30 p.m. for her 8 p.m. on-air shift. The party had taken place earlier that day, and Velasquez had earlier told Blue she had to miss it because of family obligations, the suit says. By the time she arrived at the station, Blue was seeing red anyway and verbally abused and discriminated against the married mother of two, the suit says. All you care about are your kids and being a mother, the suit says. He screamed at her in front of other employees. You don't care about this job. All you care about is your family. Oh, my God. What are you doing, man?
You cunt.
Yeah.
What are you doing having family values, bitch?
Oh, shit. He then began violently grabbing and shaking Velasquez, pushing her into his office where he pinned her up against the wall, the suit says.
Oh, boy.
And he punched the wall next to her face 3 times while screaming, "Fucking diva."
Oh, boy.
This was all before he went on the air, and we got the tape of him on the air. It's coming up in a minute or two here. Velasquez and her aide wound up having to run down the staircase with Blue chasing her, the suit says. While driving home to get away from him, she turned on the radio and heard Blue on the air during her time slot, at times mumbling, slurring, and cursing, the suit says.
Yeah, he was gone.
Yeah, go feed your fucking kid.
Yeah.
Her $1 million suit says the incident caused her severe permanent personal injuries.
Well, of course it did.
Severe permanent personal injuries?
These lawsuits, of course the guy was an asshole to her, but this ain't worth $1 million. This ain't worth $10. You had a hard time at work. Your boss was an asshole. He got fired. There you go.
I don't know. Violent punching against the wall in your face is a little bigger than a hard time.
$10.
Before a guy, before a bitch, it's at least $500,000.
Probably puts up with worse. You never know.
Yeah, sexual harassment, but not violence. I mean, a booty squeeze is different from just punching a fucking wall next to your face.
Yeah.
Permanent injuries. Severe permanent personal injuries.
She wakes up with nightmares.
Yeah.
Oh, Frankie, I do love my child.
It also names Mix 1027 and its owners, charging they had ignored Blue's earlier bizarre behavior toward her, including repeatedly commenting on her looks and toes.
Oh, boy.
Bitch, look at the one next to the big toe. It's longer. How you feel about that, ugly toe ho?
Yeah,
Who hired this ugly toe bitch?
Do you think she laughed? When
you look like you're walking on coals all day long. Rusty foot bitch? What, you gonna go take care of your rusty toe kid? Stinking asshole.
You think she laughed, though, when he did the toe shit?
No.
Like, before that?
No.
Like, because some of these suits that people bring up, it sounds real bad. But as it's happening, people are kind of like, oh, well, yeah, that toe is bigger. Because it's your boss and you want to keep your job and shit.
She's in there crying, and he's talking about my toes. And she put her foot up. You think my toe?
I can't wear open-toed shoes anymore.
And motherfuckers did like, you do got some ugly feet, bitch.
If it pleases the court, we'd like to look at her feet. Your Honor, if you would look, that is an ugly foot.
Yeah, boy!
It gets better.
I will allow it.
All right, let me back up. So his bizarre behavior toward her, including repeatedly commenting on her looks and toes, and his penchant for getting unusually physically close to her during her shows.
Uh-oh.
This poor lady has a family, just wants to do her shift and go home.
And he has the fucking hots for it.
Radio's filled with these people that they just want to do their dumb shift, play their stupid tunes, and go home.
Get out of there. Got to deal with a Frankie Blue.
And this goes on. Also suing Blue in the station is Velasquez, her husband, Brian, who says he has been deprived of the comfort, society,
getting no pussy,
and companionship of his wife because of the incident.
Because he agreed with the feet thing. He said, oh, baby, stop it. You know you got some ugly feet. And she's like, stop giving them pussy. Holy shit.
Baby, could you suck on my toes tonight? Ooh.
Nigga, I'll sue that bitch. I wouldn't even sue. Guys are so pussy, man.
Can you do Pat again? I know that you're imitating her. You're not doing it as well. Or he, or whatever the fuck that character was.
I'm calling you out.
I get it. We don't know. I finally get it.
Finally.
Fucking suing her for not getting her. I would be like, bitch, you better get over it.
Yeah.
Patrice, have you ever heard this audio?
It.
No.
Oh, my God. All right, so there's the story. So he's doing all this shit and calling her a fucking diva for not going to the Christmas party and pinning her up against a wall and punching the wall next to her and all that crap. So now she just leaves the building. She's out of there. Fuck you. I'm out of here. So he has to go on the air because he's the program director. A highly respected program director. And listen to this. Someone gave us this tape.
I love this song. Nelly featuring Tim McGraw. This is Frankie Blue. Now, you know, for the last several weeks, we've been giving you a chance to win $50,000 in cash in the Mix 1027 redo, and plus win a Toyota Scion. And I think that is going to happen tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Ricky, RuPaul, Kim will pick a winner and go to that winner's house, like publishing clearance. Or whether it's a house or it's a job.
We're coming to you, baby.
We're going to find you, and we're going to reward you with $50,000 in a brand new Toyota. And I don't see how you cannot be happy about that. This is Frankie Blue. So make sure you're listening tomorrow about 8 a.m. 50 grand prize winner. 50 grand prize winner.
Hold
That's
on.
right.
Well, he's saying 50 grand prize winner. and it's a 50 grand prize winner. Like, he's making it sound like there's 50 grand prize winners. But it's 50 grand. Is the prize.
Slurring, babbling.
He's slurring
ass.
Like Publishers Clearing. You can't even say Publishers Clearing House.
Go way back.
He is so fucking drunk in this clip.
And is this during the tirade? This is
right after the fight
after.
with that this woman is saying that happened.
Yeah.
He got on the air because he threw her out. She was supposed to be doing this shift.
Yeah.
So he gets on and starts just babbling like this. He can't. And don't mistake this for some smooth kind of delivery, like, you know, I'm just cool like this.
Well, I was going to tell you, this is like old school. When rock radio first started, the DJs were encouraged to go on the air, get high, drunk, what have you, and talk like this.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Pink Floyd.
Yeah, don't mistake this for that he was doing this on purpose.
No, the delivery was supposed to be a lot more upbeat.
It's like this is an energetic, listen to the bed music and everything and the type of music they play. This is supposed to be one of those, hey, how you doing? Today we're going to be talking about blah, 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 blah. We're going to be playing all this, and make sure you tune in this weekend for all the big...
explain. There's
blah, blah, blah.
There's a mix station in every city
everyone knows
in
what it's like. It ain't what this guy's doing. This guy is just, listen to him, he sounds completely shit-faced.
A winner and go to that winner's house, like publishing clearance. Or whether it's a house or it's a job.
We're coming to you, baby.
We're going to find you, and we're going to reward you with $50,000 in a brand new Toyota. And I don't see how you cannot be happy about that. This is Frankie Blue. So make sure you're listening tomorrow about 8 a.m. 50 grand prize winner. 50 grand prize winner. That's right. 50 grand prize winner of the redo contest, of the winner of the Toyota Scion. Come on, baby. You know you want it. If you have qualified in the past several weeks, we're going to pick the winner tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. RuPaul's going to dip his big old hands in there, pick a winner, and we're going to find you. And I don't care if it takes all day. It's worth the $50,000 in the car. All right, we have the armored truck. We've got the Party Patrol vans. We've got the car. We've got everything. But more important than that, we got the best music in town. So why don't you give me a call? This is Frankie Blue for Yvonne Velasquez, and telephone number is, if you want to make a request, is 1-877-MIX-1027. So give me a call. Okay, baby? Thank you.
Okay, baby.
Okay, baby. But he's not done yet.
That break should have taken 30 seconds. That was like a 3.5-minute break. I'm not even kidding.
Frankie
Info out and
Blue.
right back into the music, but he was just all over the place.
This is Frankie Blue. You know there's actually a guy bitching that we're playing this?
Why?
Dude, what is this, the best of? I swear I heard this.
Holy shit.
A year ago when it happened. It's back in the news.
There's a big, huge update today.
And here's the biggest part of this, Joe Schmo from L.A. We've gotten a lot of new listeners over the course of a year, my friend. It's not about you, fucko. Banned! Banned. Joe Schmo from L.A., I hope you enjoyed typing a comment into instant feedback. It was your last.
Banned! You shouldn't even ban any of these people and let them think they're still, like, participating, and their feedback is just going into a black hole somewhere and never reaches us.
Let me tell you a little secret about when someone is banned.
All right.
You will never know if you're banned. It's just what you said. The way the program is set up, I can ban you, and you will type in a feedback, hit enter, and it will say, thank you for your feedback, just as it would have if it went... But it never gets to me, Joe. I never see it again.
You know what sucks?
Once you're banned, you could spend an hour composing something that's wonderful, and you know where it goes? Up into the cosmos.
You know what sucks? The people that you banned, then find me and beg me to unban them.
Well, like maybe Joe Schmo.
And a lot of these emails are like, dude, I am the biggest fan. I swear. It was just I was having a bad day, and maybe Anthony was having a bad day. I really want to participate. Is there anything you could do?
It's not about you, douchebag.
All right, so we got the second clip from Frankie Blue. This is the really good one. This is where he curses, because now whatever he's on is really kicking in. He curses. He calls the radio station the wrong call letters, which is like the #1 no-no in radio.
Big no-no.
What else does he do? There's a couple other... There's a bunch of slurs, too. Listen to this.
Mix 102.7. The new Mix 102.7. This is Frankie Blue. And I am so excited for tomorrow. I got Rick...
He does a Foster Brooks.
I'm so excited for tomorrow. Oh, oh.
That is a stereotypical drunk... Like, that's a hack drunk thing to do.
People have suggested it's not even alcohol. It could be other things. I really don't know.
Who
I was
knows?
not at this fucking party.
What am I, a doctor? I could diagnose what's wrong with this guy from a tape.
It could be many
that's
things.
Ecstasy.
Huh?
I know that's...
yeah, we've heard it's every drug on.
Mix 102.7. The new Mix 102.7. This is Frankie Blue. And I am so excited for tomorrow. I got Ricky and Rue coming in the morning, putting their hand in the big old barrel and picking out a $50,000 grand prize winner. The winner of the KTU Mix 102 Redo Contest. And also you win a Toyota Scion. Now what's going to happen is they're going to pull, they're going to put their hand in the barrel, they're going to pick out a winner, and then they're going to fight that winner. And that winner will be rewarded with everything. Mix 102.7, Frankie Blue. What's happening? Good evening.
Now, the papers claimed at the time, and they're claiming right now in today's article that he said fuck.
We're gonna fuck the listeners.
They're gonna fuck
We're
the
gonna
winner.
find them, and we're gonna fuck the listener.
This is one of our favorite tapes. I'm telling you, it's coming to satellite. Look, Ben's loving it. Love it. Here, go back again. I love the part about how they're gonna fuck the winner. Jesus, that's a hell of a content.
Fuck the winner. It's great too how he, like a professional disc jockey, just talks all over the vocals.
Right.
Like you're supposed to stop talking when the vocals of the song kicks in. He steps all over it.
Yeah, when you're
It's
doing
mess.
a music shift where you're just
Talking it
playing the list of songs they hand to you every day, yeah, that's the one thing they don't want you to do is talk over the vocals. That's all they ask, you know? Figure it out. Here it is again.
Now what's going to happen is they're going to pull, they're going to put their hand in the barrel, they're going to pick out a winner, And then they're going to fight that winner. And that winner will be rewarded with everything. Mix 102.7, Frankie Blue. What's happening? Good evening.
Hey,
Good evening.
Where's the part where he called it the wrong station? Did we hear that at the beginning of the clip? Where was that? It was in there somewhere. Whatever. That's okay. So there you go. There's the update. The reason he went on the air was because he pretty much abused the DJ that was supposed to do the shift, and she ran out, and then he went on the air hammered or whatever he was under. And now she's suing for $1 million. All right.
Have fun.
Have fun with that. All right, we're going to take a break. Can we play something into break here, Hawk? Sure. What do you got? Anything good?
A new story in the Wall Street Journal. I guess that's a pretty well-respected rag.
Yeah.
When Howard Stern announced last year that he was moving from traditional broadcast radio to satellite, he promised to crush the old medium and bring hordes of fans with him to subscription-based Sirius. Now, just weeks before he begins with his new show on Sirius, Mr. Stern must prove he can deliver on his promise to justify the $500 million Sirius is paying him. But amid a crucial holiday season for Sirius, the fledgling satellite radio provider faces a problem. Despite the hoopla surrounding Mr. Stern, rival XM satellite radios still has a 70% market share in satellite radio and is continuing to sign up far more customers. How about that, huh?
Take that, fuckface.
That's it. Continues to sign up far more customers.
And with that said, big announcement from XM Satellite Radio moments away.
Ooh.
We're gonna have Elo on the phone in a little while.
Who's your big chain? This XM, the big XM chain.
Everybody. It's everywhere now.
No, I mean the big deal with.
Well, if we mention one, then the other one's gonna get pissed. But it's like Circuit City, Best Buy.
Okay.
That's aftermarket stuff. You know, that's like people that go in and want to buy like the MiFi handheld boombox. You want to install it in your car if it doesn't have it. But, see, here's where XM is brilliant. They knew it had to get into the autos, had to get into the cars, right off the assembly line. People don't like hassles. They don't want, you know, if you like satellite radio and stuff and you're kind of a techie, this is especially a couple of years back when satellite first kind of kicked in.
Not everyone has a Club Soda Kenny that's going to install it for you.
It's going to be under the dash. I've hardwired everything for you, Opie, because you're so handsome.
Thank you, Kenny. Here's $15. Enjoy.
Yeah, that's it. Not everyone has that. So they knew. A lot of
people out there like me. I'd rather buy a car that just has it.
They knew to
Although
make
it's gotten
the
a
deals.
lot better. It really has.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but years ago, you had to kind of be a tech head. It was a brand new technology, so you'd go to Circuit City or wherever and pick up a unit and put it in your car. But it wasn't for, you know, everybody. But when these things roll off the assembly line with them already installed, ready to go, it's part of your system. Like mine, it's right there in my radio and navigation system and everything. And that's where XM knew they had to be very smart. And that's where a majority of these customers are.
That's the whole point of satellite radio is to drive, and you don't have to change the channel.
That's it.
That's the whole point of.
That's why the truckers love it too.
Yeah,
they could drive from New York to L.A. and never have to change.
Never have to change. It's simple as that. That's what it is.
And simple as this, when we go off the air, XM has so much variety, so many other things to check out. That's a fact.
But Sirius was so fixated on things like Howie that they dropped the ball on everything else. They thought that was going to be the cure-all. And, you know, what am I reading here? The Weekly World News, the National Enquirer about this? No. It's the Wall Street Journal saying, amid a crucial holiday season, XM is outselling Sirius. That's just the way it is. They thought he was going to come in to swoop in and for months in advance before he comes on, they were going to be selling units. Sorry.
We'll be the first to admit, the old Howie definitely gets the job done. This Howie, no fucking way. No.
What, like 1994 Howie?
No fucking way.
Up to a 1994 Howie gets the job done.
We beat him up all the time, and he can't take it.
Yeah.
The old Howie would have had something to say. Simple as that.
Where did he go?
Where did he go?
Where'd you go, old Howie?
Wouldn't you love to talk to the old Howie at this point, Howie?
Wouldn't new Howie like to go back and talk to old Howie? Old Howie would punch new Howie in the face.
He certainly would. He would punch that old lady.
The old lady in the face.
The old lady in the face.
Don't you realize old Howie would be making fun of new Howie?
Old Howie would go, new Howie, why are you wearing a Boy Scout uniform?
Billy West would be doing a parody of new Howie.
New Howie, right.
On old Howie.
Old Howie would be like, what the fuck? Why are you wearing hip-hop clothes at 55 years old?
Jackie would be writing jokes, passing them to old Howie to goof on new Howie.
Exactly.
Look at new Howie.
Old Howie would have a lot to say about new Howie.
Yeah. Well.
Even Howie believes in XM satellite radio. I got proof right here.
Do you want to kiss me, or?
Really? Is that what he would say? He probably would say that to his former self.
I stink at pushing buttons today. All right, we're going to continue.
I love this Phil Collins.
That was a great interview yesterday with Disturbed, or David from Disturbed. And I hate being responsible because I really wanted to go to the show last night. I didn't go.
You're such a fucking phony. You said to...
I swear to God I wanted to go see Disturbed. I love those guys.
Did you go to Geraldo's Carolines?
No, I blew that off.
Don't be such an ass.
Hold on a minute, man. I got to stick up for myself. Usually when I tell someone I'm going to be there, I'm there. I really am. I forgot what happened. Something was going on where I had to bail on Greg Giraldo, and I'm kind of bummed about that.
I wasn't going anywhere. Hour and 40 minutes to get home last night. An hour and 40 minutes, because I was right at the height of rush hour when I finally got back here. It's 20 minutes drive.
Oh, because of the J&R music.
Yeah, we did J&R, and I'm not even talking about getting from downtown J&R to back up here to get my car and drive. I'm talking from here to my house, an hour and 40 minute drive.
When did you leave, like 3 in the afternoon?
Nah, I left at 4:30.
Oh, you might as well spend the night at the studio.
4:30. I know. I should have. I got there, and now...
There wouldn't have been room.
Oh, other people are snoozing?
I was going to continue with my thing, but go ahead.
Oh. Just trying to get out of the city, because it's New York City. People work here. We're all aware of that. But it's also a tourist attraction, and it's a winter wonderland of Christmas shopping.
Yeah, people
going
here,
on.
yeah.
People are shopping, so everything's fucked up. They got gridlock everywhere. So they have these traffic people at every intersection that are supposed to keep the grid clear, the intersection clear, so that when the light turns green for you, there's not a truck in front of you going, sideways, blocking the box, as they call it. That's their job, which, if they did that, would be fine. Out of nowhere, I'm trying to make a right turn onto 57th Street. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, this woman dressed in her little New York traffic thing. A lot of people mistake them for police officers.
And they follow their rules.
And they try to follow their rules and give them the respect that a police officer deserves. No, I don't. You are nothing to me, traffic people. Nothing.
Yeah.
She's standing there, and then all of a sudden she goes, nope. She puts her hand up and waves me forward and says, no, you continue on 6th. You will not make the right turn on 57th.
What was the reason for that, by the way?
There is never a reason, Opie. There's never a reason. I assume they're thinking 57th is very busy.
Did you turn?
Now, about a month ago, same thing happened. I didn't turn. I took her direction, went straight. I didn't see the bridge for an hour. I didn't even see the bridge to get off of fucking Manhattan for an hour, because they send you to a street that is just one lane, double parked cars. You never move. So she tells me no, and I went, fuck you, I'm turning. And I turn my wheel, and I start going. She's yelling at me. She gets in front of my car now. She's on the passenger side bumper of my car, keeping me from going. And she's going to come around and give me a little talking to and get my car steered around so I go straight. As she's doing this, a little red car comes in, because it's 2 lanes, and cuts the right turn. So she sees this guy pulling a little maneuver, turns around, and smacks the rear quarter panel of his car. As she does this, opens me up.
Good man.
I take off.
Good man.
We end up about a block down at a light together. We looked at each other, and we're both laughing our asses off. We got each other out of trouble. We both helped each other out through that little dilemma.
Hold on.
I can't
I don't know quite how that works. But
XM satellite.
Exactly. We're going to be on XM Satellite Radio, America's #1 satellite radio service, he said. Sound like a pitchman here, but we are going to be on XM Satellite Radio every morning, this broadcast, and it's already the home of Snoop Dogg, and now it's going to be Snoop Dogg and Diane. That's the new group.
And Bob Dylan and Charlie.
Well, that's right.
Good morning.
One of these things is not like the other. Doesn't quite fit, but we're delighted to welcome the president and CEO of XM Radio. Hugh Pinero is here.
Oh, look at our boss. He's on TV.
Nice to meet you.
It's the big boss.
You're going to let us come on and just kill your whole thing, right?
Yeah, I want to replicate all this festivness on radio. And, so basically, we're going to have 6 million subscribers by the end of the year. We want to bring XM satellite radio to people all across the country and bring Good Morning America to people all across the country.
I understand we're on channel 155.
Yeah, it's a.
Why can't we be on all the channels?
Well, I'd like you to have on all the channels, but it would just be too festive right now.
For everybody who says, to go to satellite radio, that's hard. You can do it in your car, sort of, but can you carry it around? The people who don't know what the access is?
Well, basically, we have 150 channels. We have 70 commercial-free channels. We have lots of news, talking sports like Major League Baseball. We just signed Bob Dylan, so you do have Dylan to Diane and Charlie Parker to Charlie Gibson. But basically, the service is great, and I think all those people out here would love to hear Good Morning America on their radio, because eventually some people do have to go to work.
O&A, Party Rock.
150 channels, and we're on channel 155? How does that work?
Well,
we're off the spectrum? Is that what you're saying?
Basically what we do is we have a channel that's dedicated to women and women lifestyles. It already features people like Ellen DeGeneres and Tyra Banks, and we can't think of anyone else that we want to be a foundation of this service than you two.
Well, that's very nice.
Thank you.
All right.
That's right. We'll be working up a few musical numbers for you, Charlie and I will.
I can sing like Bob Dylan.
But right now, Christmas is our biggest time in terms of people getting XM Radio and giving it as gifts. So giving the gift of Good Morning America to people would just be fabulous.
And Opie and Anthony.
Got in the plug at the end.
All right. Thank you. We'll see you on the radio soon. Let's go back to Robin. She's got the news.
All right, Diana.
Yes, look at the big pitch. There you go. There's the pitch. There's the big announcement. XM signed Good Morning America for the women's channel. That's pretty huge, actually.
Oh, they're going to be on the women's channel?
Yeah, I guess that's 155, right?
We should be on the women's channel.
Right? What's wrong, Patrice?
Oh, I'm so glad I don't have to put up with that horse shit. It's my last fucking couple of days on that. And hula hoobly hibbly. You motherfuckers gotta play that shit.
Wasn't that completely out of the realm?
Dibble dabble dooble.
It doesn't really. Kapoople. Honestly, it doesn't concern our listeners for the most part. Maybe a few will take a peek, But as far as
I'm sure fucking Trucker Dan is
of
gonna
course
take
not.
a goddamn
But
peek.
as far as a company, XM is just throwing the variety all over the place, getting niches. I'm being serious. I don't have to
where that
kiss anyone's
works.
ass.
I'll tell you exactly how that works. There's a mom, let's say, and she loves Good Morning America. Watches it every morning. Then she's got to drive her kids to school.
Right.
So she misses Good Morning America while she's in the car. And this pisses her off because she enjoys that show. Now she's in there. Boom. She gets to listen to Good Morning America, her favorite show.
Here's the fallback on that one.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Mother's in the car, listen to Good Morning America.
Yeah.
Daughter's in there playing around, and they get right to 202 where Gangsta Fag is playing.
Well, and then the mother realizes...
the Good Morning America people call and say, listen, we can't have mistakes. We want to be at least 1,000 channels away from Opie and Anthony. We want to be on channel 1006 because we heard gangster...
They're fully aware what they were getting themselves into.
Holy shit.
Is there a different satellite we can bounce off of? We don't even want to share a satellite with Opie and Anthony. There's going to be some old fucking Buick-looking satellite that we're going to have to use orbiting the Earth just so no one else has to share our satellite.
But that's the beauty of XM. There's something for everyone.
It's called variety.
There's something for everyone.
That's what it is.
And this is the difference. Parental control channel.
Well, they do the channel blocking, which we don't like to acknowledge.
Believe me, Good Morning America won't accidentally notice us. They know us. They know who we are. They know what we do.
They've done stories on us.
They've done stories on us.
We have disrupted their broadcast.
And it was very
So for them to go, XM, what's that? Oh, they know what that is.
And we came to a point where it was very close that what you just saw on TV might not have happened. Might never have come to fruition.
This is the beauty
because of this very program.
They was getting ready to put two in you motherfuckers' head.
Oh, my God.
They was getting ready to pull a fucking Joe Pesci. Hey, come on in, fellas.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Man.
It's plastic on the floor.
That's the beauty of this radio show. Sometimes you think,
It is what it is.
They're never going to get to the end of that story and why this had to happen and this happened, but there you go. Now it all makes sense.
That was what caused the furor.
0-8-202?
Do less?
No, not anymore. I'm sorry. They're gone. They're gone. They had to go.
Nothing we could do.
There's nothing we can do. They had to go, and there's nothing we could do about it.
Nothing we could do.
That's why it all went down last week. It was getting very, very scary.
Nothing we can do. I'm sorry.
And that's how it happens. You do an assault on the media that affects the network, that fucks up a $9 million deal, and you have to go. That's what happened.
I'm sorry. There was nothing we could do about it.
One's dead.
You motherfucker!
One's dead and one's slicing garlic.
They whacked
the blade. It's fucking whacked. It's
Does it all make sense now, people? Does it all make sense?
And Diane Sawyer's on the phone. And nothing we can do. Nothing we can do. There's nothing we could have done.
I'll do my Bob Dylan impression.
Goddamn, fellas, thank you so much for having me on Fridays, and I don't have to deal with that goddamn shit. Listen to goddamn Hugh on there with owning shit and poor. Oh, I like to listen to one of those meetings.
See, Patrice, you don't understand.
That's the corporate world, bro.
You don't understand
I fucking know.
the world of the CEO.
That's why I'm broke as fuck. Because it's like I don't even know how to fucking pretend.
Did you see how he handled that? He got on, and every time they went to him, where you would be compelled probably to make a joke, maybe work the crowd, he made a point of getting vital information about XM Satellite Radio out there to the people.
6 million.
How many subs? Where is it available?
Right.
It's Christmas. You should shop.
Right.
Get it. Look what we got. Variety. Women's Channel. The guy, the info, bam, bam, bam. That's a CEO.
Oh,
XM had a great week. They signed Dylan, and now this Good Morning
and
America
he's
thing.
The man. That's the
Mac Daddy.
The guy.
And we look forward to the day that he actually acknowledges us on TV.
That is
one day it's going to happen.
That's Big Paul Castellano. That's Castellano right there.
That's the guy.
And Elo is...
Elo's Gotti. John Gotti.
Well, he's Gotti, and Castellano is Sammy.
Yeah.
I mean, Elo, Sammy, and that guy we just saw was Gotti.
Gotti, yeah.
Okay,
yeah, that's pretty much
That's
it.
the guy who called me last week, and all you heard from me was... Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, I agree. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I'll take care of it, sir.
Holy shit.
Goodbye, sir.
Was it loud?
Oh,
those guys don't yell, do they?
Oh, Moon River.
And the Lord did the deal. Toby's eyes got big.
Oh,
yes, sir.
That's why you gotta just keep listening to the program. Everything makes sense in the end.
I'm sorry, boss.
That was it. So people just didn't know why you motherfuckers became slaves so fast.
We got storylines that are a year, maybe 2 years old that eventually will make sense. In the end, it all just makes sense.
Is he a fan of the show?
Who, you?
Yeah.
Let's go to the phones and say hi to Steve in New York. Steve, what's up?
Yeah, by the time they found nothing in the meat truck, it took 2 weeks for them to thaw him out for the autopsy.
Opie and his fucking oatmeal fucking frozen in the... frozen
oatmeal and orange slices.
Anthony buying fur coats and buying his bitch diamonds. Come here, let me tell you.
Let's go to Chris in New Jersey.
I tell you, what's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? Take it back.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, I just to quote, paraphrase Henry Hill. Supernova asked me to do a live show in Florida. That's when I knew they were going to whack me.
And here's what ended up happening. Remember this scene? This is what happened. This scene. Hey, talking to fucking Ray Liotta. Hey, remember that thing we was gonna do?
Yeah. Forget about it.
Forget it. Forget it.
They
forget it. Forget that.
Let's go to Anthony in Brooklyn. Anthony?
He never knew how close he came.
How you doing, Anthony? How you doing, Opie? Listen.
Hey.
You got me?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay, listen. Lou Pinero, he is the capo di tutti di capo of fucking radio. He's the man, the boss of bosses.
That's Elo's boss. That was just on TV.
Oh, my God.
I'm telling you.
All right.
We understand.
God, watching that shit, man. Fellas, I do respect that. And I always respected that thing that white guys do, that business, that thing. I just cannot fuck. And I pray. That's why sometimes I got to ride a white guy's coattails.
Yeah.
Find a couple of white friends in the business. Thank you, fellas, and thanks a lot for being a buddy. And hopefully I can work around that. But if it had to be like, hey, Patrice, we have to deal, hey, we need to do a goddamn fucking commercial right now, Patrice. For what? Good morning, America. Blow me.
See, you would have no clue.
I'd be dead.
No, we throw it on.
Like Sam Jackson.
We threw the audio on because it gives us content for the show, too. We just got a couple chuckles in,
Oh, that's great.
And honestly, XM is just a better company, and we like to show why by throwing that up there. Yeah. They signed Dylan and Good Morning America. They understand the big picture.
Now, would people listening to this program go, oh, thank goodness? No,
of course not.
You go, who gives a shit? You go, fuck you. We understand that. But it's all about variety, folks. That's what it's about. It's not. Let me say, it's not about putting all your eggs in one basket. One big stupid basket.
Oh, man.
And that basket is awfully big.
It's good business.
That basket has a huge ego.
Strictly business. Tell Mike I always liked them.
All right. Something we couldn't get to yesterday because we just babble when we're supposed to be doing something.
What did we miss getting to?
Pregnant 37-year-old who banged 15-year-old boy. Good Morning America audio.
Delicious.
Ooh.
You've heard this story, of course, right? This 37-year-old lady banging the 15-year-old and she got pregnant.
She got pregnant from him.
Yep. And there's jail involved and all sorts of stuff.
Of course there's jail involved.
So far, no jail involved. Still a case, I guess. But I think this is the pregnant mom on Good Morning America yesterday. We didn't get to this. Let's listen in.
Why are you speaking out now?
I've had enough. The slander, the ridicule. I'm not the person they're portraying me to be, the grandmother. I just want everybody to know my side. There's two sides to every story.
And your side of the story is, Lisa, that you didn't know he was 14 years old. You said you thought he was 17?
Yeah, that works.
Yes, that's correct. He was very persuasive, very mature. Words can't describe. I mean, I didn't even want to go out with him at first, even knowing he was 17 or thinking he was 17. But he insisted, he wouldn't give up. And, it was just, it was a very, I can't even describe it. It was very nice. He was very nice, very polite.
This is a giant cock.
Ooh, well, does that get on Good Morning America?
Can any statutory rapist man be on just explaining his whole deal about how a 37-year-old man fucked a 15-year-old girl? Hey, man, look, man, she had big, giant titties, and her areolas look like fucking rims.
Yeah.
When I sucked her tits, I swear I tasted 25. And she had the bush of an old bitch. I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, really, she just kept pushing and pushing. I kept asking her, why don't you have a period? Every month, I go, why aren't you bleeding? Because you're not even hitting puberty yet? Oh, I couldn't believe it because you had hair on the arm.
Cellulite. Was there? What girl at 12 years old has cellulite?
I don't understand.
Double standards. Unbelievable.
It's a double standard, but double standards exist, and that's what are you going to do about it? You're right, though. They would never put a guy on there explaining how he mistook a 14-year-old girl for 17 or 18. They lock him up, throw away the key. Yeah. I am not going to sit in a room with a disgusting man like you.
She used FDS. They don't start using that shit till they like 30. Are you all right? The bitch had her own medicine cabinet. She had her own apartment. How can she be 12 with good credit? This bitch gets to explain, but here's the other side of that. Guys don't give a fuck. I don't. We fucking your 37-year-old when I was 15 is that's some max shit.
That
for a guy,
is right.
And you can't go to, you know what, you can't be mad at her, because if you go to the boy, he's going to be like, well, I got some pussy, it was great.
Yeah, I was digging it.
Please don't send her to jail. I'm not, I knew what I was doing.
And you know it was, again, because he told a friend or something. How'd she get nailed?
I don't
remember.
She got pregnant? There's so many of these, I don't even know.
There are, but it usually turns out that a friend rats out, because these kids, you got to tell someone. Dude, you know what I'm doing? I'm fucking this woman. You know, and the kid's like, what? Can I get some? No. All right, I'm ratting you out.
And the kid with that one hair, just starting puberty, runs home
the
to
little
mommy.
peach fuzz mustache that's just over the outside of your lip, like the corners of your mouth.
He's a young...
Oh, right.
That mustache.
He's a young do-gooder, and he goes right home to mom and says, this is what I heard in school today.
And then the mother gets
Keep
on
it to
the
yourself.
Phone. The mother calls up a couple of her friends.
That's right.
And gets advice. Well, you have to do the right thing and call the police.
That's right.
You have to. Do you know if you don't call the police and you know about this, you can get in trouble?
I don't want to see women go to jail for getting young dick, but I would like to see bitches go to jail for falsely accusing motherfuckers of rape. I would like to see.
Do you think that happens that much that you really need to make a?
Yes.
Does it?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God. Do you have a story? I mean,
yes.
You really have a story?
Yeah.
But what was there drinking involved?
No.
What happened?
It was white and blackness involved.
Oh boy.
Got yourself a piece of white ass.
And that's what happened.
Oh no.
And the only reason I'm not locked up today.
You are lucky that the calendar
today in Boston
has a 19
from that type of shit. Is because she wasn't the mayor's daughter.
Really?
You know what I mean? Or the governor's daughter. She was just...
Well, how long ago this happened?
When I was like 16.
Yeah, I was saying, you're lucky the calendar had a 19 in the front.
Right, and it's like...
And not an 18,
it's
or you'd been swinging.
Out of here. But it's like she was in the story was bullshit. You know, it's like, you know, yeah.
What actually happened?
What actually happened is we was going to get some other pussy.
Ooh.
Bumped into... Wow, this is a long fucking time ago.
Yeah.
Shit. Holy shit. We was going to get some...
Wow, he's getting nervous.
It's like he's testifying.
Yeah,
it's like he's on the fucking stand.
Well, I don't recall. It happens. That's why it's just like everything, when I hear Tyson, when I hear Kobe, immediately I'm on their side.
Right.
Thinking of the situation. Analyzing what happened. Because to me, rape to me...
let's all just take a swig of water.
I need some water, too.
I'm going to take a little drink here.
I'm getting dry mouth as well. Oh, boy.
All
rape
right.
to me is taking pussy. All right? I just don't believe in date. I don't believe in any questionable... Like rape
you
shit.
think rape is pretty
it's a cut and dry thing to me. There's no like fucking I don't know and I like this. That's why I know so much about fucking law. I look up this shit all the time. It's like
to you, it's waiting in a corner or in a hallway in an apartment building, grabbing
pussy.
her and sticking your dick in.
Taking pussy is rape. Taking pussy is rape. And now
you don't like the idea that if you're with a chick, you're out on a date.
No.
There can if
a woman, I'm gonna tell you something.
Right.
This is how much you're in the hands of the situation. The discretion of the woman. If she, a woman.
Wow.
I'm telling you, it's
memory. Like the corner.
Yeah. Oh my God. So.
Holy shit! How can you get through this?
It's hard to talk about.
I see. Take your coat off. Relax a little bit. You're heating up. The flop sweat is forming on your forehead.
I found this out.
All right.
If you're fucking a girl, and being that I'm 6'4", 700-pound black dude, right?
Yeah.
If you're fucking a girl, and she thinks no, that's rape.
Thinks no.
Meaning, I'm too scared to say no.
Oh, shit.
And later she could say, I was too afraid to say no to this.
But shouldn't you be able to say, well, she was enjoying herself?
No, it's not.
There's nothing. You can't throw anything in as a defense.
It's nothing. It's if I'm with a girl, this is why I just stick with one chick. You know what I'm saying? Because if she decides to go, I just was afraid to say no at the time. And I was like, wait a minute. But you said it was delicious. We had a great time. I was just horrified to say no at the time. So here's the story.
Wow. Oh, boy.
It's 5 of us.
Uh-oh.
And we're hanging out. You know, it's just 5 of us hanging out. And
5 guys.
5 guys hanging out. And it was we used to hang out in the suburbs of Boston.
So, and it's Boston.
So for a far suburb.
Shit, I just don't look good.
Yeah.
What town? What town?
Stoughton.
All right.
So what happens is we go out. We're going to look for these other girls that we met like 3 days ago, 3 days before. Going to find them. So we meet 2 other girls who were looking for those girls that we were looking for, brother and his friends.
All right.
So they was going to fuck the brothers. We was going to fuck the sisters. Okay. Couldn't find them. So we just go, hey, let's all hang out. You know. So I've always been a paranoid motherfucker. So we started, talking to him, blah, blah, blah. Ended up going back to Negro part of Boston. So in the car, everybody, there was a black girl and a Portuguese girl. So the black girl's in the back fucking with the 3 other dudes. Me and the other guys in the front. We were the oldest. In the front, he was driving. The Portuguese girl's in the middle.
Yeah.
White girl. I was on this end. They're back there feeling her on the black girl's tits. Like, she's like, what are you doing? Stop it. So the white girl goes, oh, God. These fucking, they don't even realize that she's a talker. I'm a doer.
Oh.
So I go, okay, all right. I look at the dude driving, give him a wink. All right, get some pussy.
All right.
Take her back. My mother was out of town, so we take her back to my place, and we get there, and it was, boy oh boy, it was real porn star shit.
She was a doer.
Jesus Christ, this is the first filth I've ever engaged in. She was jerking 2 guys off. One was fucking her. And she was sucking other guy's dick. It was it was real porn.
The Portuguese?
And there was another guy in there with the black girl. Yeah, it was 2
double jerk.
Double jerk, 1 dick suck, and 1 fuck.
That's like trying to pat your head and rub your stomach at the same time. It's hard to do.
It was just, and it just went smoothly, very smoothly, very non-rapey. No rapey shit.
Very non-rapey.
Just talking, just chilling, just fucking, things like that. Being young, here's the mistake. For any young motherfuckers out there, fucking.
Words of wisdom.
Do your dirt by your lonely. Do your dirt by your lonely. Do not do things with other motherfuckers. And do not tell on pussy. Do not tell your buddies that a bitch was doing this. Here's what happened. This is where the rape shit comes in. This is 2 weeks later. This chick, we'll call her Janet. We told one of the guy's cousins who goes to school with the bitch that this chick, we did this. Yeah, we had a fun time 2 weeks ago. So this chick, he goes and grabs her. And this fucking cocksucker, to this day, I hate this motherfucker. He blackmails her. Says, listen, if you don't suck my dick,
oh no,
I'm going to tell everybody what you did in Boston 2 weeks ago. She sucked his dick. After she sucked his dick, oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh my God! She runs through school. She goes into her big brother's classroom, who goes to the same school. Such and such raped me. He gets up and he's chasing that motherfucker around school, trying to kill him. Right? This motherfucker, they get him in the office, right? She's like, what's wrong? Hey, what's wrong? Her brother's like, I'm gonna fucking kill that fucking guy. She goes, he raped me. And then she goes, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And I got raped in Boston 2 weeks later.
Oh, no.
What?
Oh, no.
What? This is why I love my mother like I don't love anybody else. I have no love for anybody else like I have my mother. Oh. My mother found this out. She came home from where she was, and this is bad karma because she was at a funeral and I was doing my shit. She comes on, what the fuck is going on here? Because she saw something in the laundry that wasn't supposed to be in the laundry, I think like sheets or something. She said, what the fuck you doing? You know, I was not the age where I'm washing anything.
Yeah.
I tell her the story. My mother puts me in the trunk of a car and sends me out of town.
In the actual trunk?
In the trunk of a car.
Holy shit.
And sends me the fuck out of town until she could figure this fucking thing out. They came to my school looking for me.
The cops?
The cops.
Oh, damn.
They came looking for me to arrest me at school and arrest everybody at school, and I was gone already. My mother said, this is you, And when I told her it was a white girl, she went,
oh, man.
I was in the trunk of a car heading to a state unknown to hide out from this situation. So about a month later, I came back to school.
Wow.
And had to go through the process.
Holy
the process.
Shit.
How'd you guys get off? Don't want to say.
Didn't get off.
You didn't?
Didn't get off.
What'd you get charged for?
I was 16. She was 15.
Did they whittle it down to something?
It was not whittled down to anything. Because they said you either plead guilty or you can go to court. We decided to go to trial. But we admitted, yeah, we fucked him.
Yeah.
But it's 16, 15. And that's statutory.
That was statutory.
That's it. So they're like, I did time.
How long did you do?
You did time?
How long?
2 months. 2 months.
Wow.
2 months.
Where? Walpole?
No, they didn't send me to Walpole.
No?
They sent me to...
some youth center?
No.
No?
Sent two punk at me and one of my boys because we were...
You went to big boy prison?
Big boy. And my boy went crazy.
Get the fuck...
He lost his mind because he was so scared of getting raped that he stopped washing up. He didn't take showers. And they started to throw piss on him. Started to beat him up. And they would come to me and go, yo, you know, you got to tell your motherfucking co-defendant, get his shit right.
How about I tell myself what myself has to do?
And I was so scared because of the stories you hear about that situation, but it was a guy who ran the prison. It was these 5 guys who ran the prison, these inmates. And they were named after southern states, like South Carolina. It was Carolina.
This is so scary.
It was like Carolina.
Dude, I'm freaking out, man.
Yeah. This is the first time I've ever talked about this.
Oh, my God.
See, this is what happens with this radio show.
Yes.
You run out of shit to talk about. You go, well, I guess I can tell a story I've never told
When you run out of funny, all of a sudden...
I'm choking back like, this is like...
Dude.
I'm going to tell you, this is this is it. Like, this is either the end of my career kind of thing, or...
No.
Don't. And I realize this because it's like people don't... But all the shit that goes on out here... Here's where I kind of felt comfortable in terms of this. Those 5 guys, and it was an overcrowded place, this prison. And I used to hear all day long, there was this one other guy that they'd go, that motherfucker, he was in there for scalding his kid. This one guy was in there scalding his kid in the bathtub. And he's that baby burning motherfucker. You know, we ought to fucking... You know, we ought to kill that motherfucker, that baby burner, over here talking to me. He said hi to the guy, who one of the southern state guys.
Yeah.
Who was on death row. This is back when when Bill Riley was on Current Affair.
Holy shit.
This was a guy who was on death row in the state that he was named after. I don't want to say his fucking state.
No.
But I know one of them's not South Carolina, so that's why I said, but any of those fucking states down there. So he was on death row. I'm so all over the place because you understand, man. That
you got the emotion.
Yeah. It's like even the story is deeper. You know, it's just so fucking, you know, to me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm in jail. We're corny. I'm a corny dude. I'm a comic. I was born a comic. You know, and I'm a corny fucking guy. You know what I'm saying? Grew up in a gangster area, but I used to make those guys laugh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So. You know, so I was in there because it was a gangster whose name I'm not going to say either, but
no.
What they did was the guy goes, it was a judge who was known for being lenient.
Mm-hmm.
And he this is why I learned this thing, because he read a book. He's like, these guys didn't fucking do this. You know, he didn't force his way. And the bitch was in court going, and then they fucking did this, and then they did that. And I'm sitting there writing, and he was just, the judge was like saying, I'm very impressed with this. I know this is bullshit, but this is Boston, and they just wrote something about him, or how he's too lenient on shit.
Oh, no. So,
at the time, I think the DA was Maloney or some you know, Mick, you know. And so, they ended up going, we're gonna, this is what they did. Sentenced us in February to the summer. This is what he said. This is just to teach you guys that, you know, that sex is not all about this stuff that you're doing. We're going to sentence you during the time of love. We're going to sentence you during the time of love, summertime. Just so you know why your other people are cultivating their relationships.
Oh, while girls are jacking off for guys and sucking their cocks, you'll be in here.
You'll be inside of here. As a lesson kind of thing. And my friend lost his fucking mind. He's officially schizophrenic. He's not well because of this. He was so afraid. Now what happened is, I used to be so funny in there that this dude, one of the state guys, and I would hear him talking about how he's going to fuck up this baby burner, right? And the fear came from this other gangster. We said, because no one was like, you fucking rapist. They was all like, you get raped, man. Get the fuck out of here. So he goes, man, you're going to have trouble. This is gangsta outside. You're going to have trouble, man.
Oh, shit.
You're going in for a skin beef. They call it skinning. You got a skin beef, nigga. You fucked up.
Oh, my.
This is fucked up.
Oh, shit.
You know?
You don't want to hear
that. So I'm going in, and I'm choking back tears like a motherfucker, you know?
Yeah.
And finally, the five, they used to walk around the yard. Just five of these motherfuckers. It was really like a movie. Slowly walk around the yard. They go, yo, big man. Yo, fat man, come here, man. Man, let me talk to you. But they were like country. Come here, fat man. I go, what's up? I said, man, what the fuck you in here for?
Oh, shit.
I'm walking with him. I'm telling them the story.
Holy crap.
And I'm sitting here like this. Because why they called me was, why the fuck is your co-defendant not taking showers?
Yeah.
Why is he not taking showers? He's fucking stinking, man. Somebody gonna kill him.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. They used to throw piss on him. He used to wear 3 pairs of jeans. Never took his shoes off.
Just because it would be harder to get 3 pairs of jeans off.
Just because it'd be hard to get raped. So I tell him the story, and I'm just going, I'm going to have to fight. I'm going to have to do something. This is going to be fucked up. Finally, I told him the story, and I'm just, the drum roll, the stabbing drum roll.
Where's the payoff now?
They go, what? You in here for that shit? Pulling a train, nigga? Everybody in this motherfucker did that, and you in jail for it?
Oh, shit.
Don't you ever let me see you in here again? So they just took to me, so I would walk with them every morning. They just took to me in case somebody just said, fuck it, you in there on the skin beef. But nobody ever fucked with me because it was such bullshit. It was just it was just bullshit, dude. It was like the worst thing. And the only thing I think of is I could have been in there forever on some shit like that in Boston. I know motherfuckers that went for a long time. They put us in there for like 2 months because we go, yeah, we fucked her. But it's like, that's all.
Because obviously it was so obviously bullshit that they couldn't put you in there any longer.
They couldn't just destroy lives, but which they did destroy lives. Because I bumped into a couple of other guys. One guy ran and they never caught him, and but he came back because it's the statute of limitations. But another kid, it changed his life too. It just makes you.
One guy ran until the statute ran out.
Yeah, ran until they stopped looking for him. And he said, "Fuck it," you know. Fuck it. You know, and I didn't run because I thought, well, I did run. My mother made me run because she just knew, she had an insight that I didn't have. She's like, you know, you can't be doing
you're probably
no
just like, what? I fucking...
Yeah, why? I just some pussy. But it's like, the person, I'm not even mad at her because that's why it's like the Kobe shit happened. And I say immediately, black guys are the most wanted to be fucked guys in the world but can't be fucked. they're not allowed. No, women are not allowed to fuck black guys on any level, meaning in an open way. So it's like when I heard that Kobe shit, I'm like, I know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happened, Kobe didn't take no pussy, but I can't be mad at her because this is a white bitch from Colorado who was not prepared to fuck a black guy. She's not raised to fuck a black guy. You understand? So I know what happened. It was just like he didn't do the proper thing. You know what I mean? He was probably treated her like shit, and she just goes, and she's walking around, her pussy hurts, you know, and she goes, I got raped. And it's just that easy, and I'm a fucking giant nigga in Boston talking, if this girl had been like, the fucking mayor, like I said, the mayor's daughter, she had been some white girl who was out there doing George Bush daughter shit.
Yeah.
And it came out that she gave all these niggas some pussy. You wouldn't know me.
Oh, damn.
Man. You wouldn't know me. You know?
Holy shit.
So that's why I go, you know, when motherfuckers say rape, now these niggas that's out here killing these little girls, 8, 10, that, you know, that's a whole nother story. But when you get some motherfucker talking about, you know, some old fucking, you know, and then I said no, and no means no, and blah, blah. I fuck my girl. Let me tell you, my girl's a fucking maniac, man. Like, she goes hit me and this and that, and it took me a long time to be able to even enjoy sex, man, on that level, because it's just, I go,
you think of the consequences of, you start thinking a few steps ahead of yourself.
What if, you know, look at one of these bitches on your wall, you know, these Aguilera bitches, and I fuck them, and then she give me pussy, and then say, you know, you raped me. I would believe I did. Because I'm like, I wouldn't give me pussy if I was you, but she did, you know what I mean? So that whole thing, you know, it changed my entire... A lot of my jokes, the Pepsi Cola rapist,
a
lot of the Tyson shit I do, all of that, it changed my life because I just had this mistrust for pussy, man. It's not an anger, it's just a mistrust because it's so easy. I guess that's the payoff. If you can be raped, then you have to have a natural mechanism to stop that from happening, which is I guess it's a trade-off. Okay. I'm going to say you raped me. That's the power that a woman has.
Yeah.
I'm going to just say you did. Damn. As opposed to you doing it.
Yeah.
This guy actually raped you, but I'm going to say that motherfucker, you know. So that's why when a bitch 10 years later, they say some fucking janitor took some pussy, some black janitor, and then 15 years later she goes, I was lying.
Yeah.
And he gets out and he gives the speech of
I'm just happy to be with my family.
And I'm like, man, if I did 15 years, it's like,
my God.
And they find out that the joggers, the Central Park jogger kids didn't do it. I would make a speech like, look, because after 3 weeks, now I was a soft kid, like meaning I was a clown.
Mm-hmm.
After 3 weeks, you learn you're in prison.
Yeah.
And I'm not afraid no more. And you learn how to motivate. You learn how to navigate. You learn how to. You don't take stuff. The one bit of advice that somebody told me right when I went in that kept me very, very safe is don't accept anything from anyone. If you need something, you go without.
Yeah.
You know, don't say, hey man, you're hungry. If you're hungry, you eat your fingers. Don't, because motherfucker go, here's a Snickers bar, and then they want their Snickers bar and a Milky Way tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it was this guy in there, and I was going to get into beef because I had to. And you just learn the rules of that shit. And there was this dude who had a woman's name, Shirley, you know. And what Shirley used to do is give new people food, and then the next day say, I want my food back. And if they didn't, Shirley would knock you out and rape you. So one day, I'm in the fucking shower.
Oh, no.
So Shirley says to me, that's what they call me, Heavy D. In there, Heavy D, looking good. One of the fucking Southern State motherfuckers goes, damn, boy, you can't let that happen, man.
Oh, no.
You can't let that happen.
Was he a big dude?
Shirley? Was my size.
Oh, damn.
So he goes,
oh my God.
You can't let that happen, man.
He's telling you can't let that happen.
So that day, I never wore the garb, the prison garb. But that day, I put the prison garb on. The blue shirt, up to my neck, fucking tucked it in. And motherfucker gave me the top of a soup can lid, bent up.
Oh, shit.
So I met Shirley outside the lunchroom after that and hemmed him up. And that motherfucker said, I was playing. I'm sorry. He got faggy.
Wow.
And another fucking Hail Mary. Like, thank you. I didn't have to really, because he was just scared of another guy his size who was mad.
Yeah.
And he just said, and I said, you're going to have to fucking apologize to me in front of everybody for saying you have to say you was joking. He said, oh, man, I would never bother him. He's a nice guy. Da-da-da-da-da-da. All right. So I didn't have to do anything I shouldn't have did.
I've known you for years.
This is such a journey into a world I have no clue about.
I'm just sitting back and listening like I've never listened before.
Oh, man.
I'm really on
I see it
some,
in your eyes, bro. I see it in your eyes. You're ready to almost break down.
Dude, it's great. I mean, the fucking,
And the reason I don't, because I'm in this business,
history,
man, it's a lot of fear. It's a lot of fear, but...
Yeah.
My career.
A lot of people have questions, but Bill in New Jersey has a pretty good question. Bill?
Yeah, Patrice, I was wondering what happened with the baby burner.
Yeah, we all want to know what happened with the baby burner.
I don't know. I don't remember the baby burner, but why I was concerned about the baby is because it was relating to me. It was just like, I was like, is my thing is related to this baby burner that they wanted to kill.
Right,
now, you realize... This is why I'm very easygoing in life. A lot of stuff I learned, man, I learned from there, that 2 months of being there. It's like there was going to be a fight one day because this guy was in there for 25 years. The place I was called an assessment center. So they would send guys like me there and guys who were going to death row there to assess you for what you did and where you would go. Okay, you're going to stay here and do all your time here? Are you going to go to Walpole, Cedar Junction, Walpole, which is the baddest prison on the East Coast? There's a half of this country, Walpole is the highest murder rate going.
I saw a documentary on that.
It's a dangerous place.
And wow.
And they weren't sending us there. We were going to do the whole time in this place, but it's like like you said, the Star Wars place is like where people go to go other places.
Before they go somewhere else.
So this motherfucker one day, he stopped everything because everybody was like, yeah, man, I got 6 months. Yeah, man, I'm out of here in 3 months. And he turned the table over and said, I'm doing 25 motherfucking years. The next nigga who say he's doing less than that, I'm a motherfucking kill him.
Oh, I'm scared.
Yeah.
So the baby burner, it could have been a year plan. Because the motherfuckers I was talking to, the guys that who took a liking to me, they were in there for years.
Yeah.
So if they decide to kill you, they kill you
on their time.
Yeah, just kill them in February.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
So I don't know what happened.
What happened to the guy that made the chick suck his dick? And that she originally said, rape, and then...
Fuck! He got off like we should have. Because he had his trial in Stoughton. This bitch was doing transcontinental rape cases and shit. I'm in Boston. He's had a black judge who let him go with, the shit that should have happened. Like, bitch, get out of here. Gave him, probation just because it is what it is.
And even though she's a hoe, that was more coerced sex than what you guys did.
Yes. Oh. Coerced. Hey, man, I heard what you did. And after she sucked his dick, she lost it. Which I can't blame. I mean, that's a lot of pressure on a bitch. I can't. That's the type of shit you go, oh, my God. I can't be, sucking... blackmail dick sucking for the rest of my fucking life? Blackmail in 2 ways, you know what I'm saying? I can't suck black dick and blackmail dick and blackmail, you know what I mean? And you can't blame her for losing her mind.
She wants to do it on her terms. If she wants to get in a car with a bunch of guys and suck some dick, that's on her terms. The reason being that guy then comes up to her and makes her do it, she fucking snapped.
She lost it, and I can't be mad at her for that. Oh. The only thing I'm bitter about is that it just, you know, it tarnished my mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It tarnished my mind. You know, I'm not ever safe in my head. Like, it's kind of, I want to cry right now because it really is a release. It's almost like, all right, you know what?
Please don't cry.
Nah.
I've never hugged anyone as big as you. And
it's not there anymore. Like, it's not, it's just what it is. The emotion is actually...
And what would you do if he started
taking
crying
destiny,
right now?
you know what I'm saying?
What? I would leave the studio.
I think I would be the guy that would have to go up to you, believe it or not.
This is the first time my screensavers ever came up on the instant feedback because I haven't even looked at it. I have not fucking looked at it.
I've been amazed because I've known Patrice for many years. This has never come out. I think
Patrice, anybody that's been in this studio, I've never heard
this is one of the most unbelievable stories we've heard. And I think I would have to be the guy that would have to go over and I think I might have to hug him.
Oh, you would hug him.
I would have to be the guy that would have to like hug you, and you're like twice my size.
Yeah, all my hugging.
Call yourself like Arizona. Go over there and give him a hug.
You know what the emotional part is?
No, my prison name would be Connecticut.
You know, because I would rather do this. But I was hoping to be successful before I had to ever talk about it.
Before you ever had to, like...
Because the fear is like, wow, man, my career is like, man, it's a bad stigma. And it's like, you know, I got bitches all over the world that'll go, nah, not even close to that.
Yeah, dude, all that crazy shit Richard Pryor did, and then, you know.
You know, it's like, people, he's this and nah. It's like, nah, you know, that's fuel for motherfuckers who don't like me. It's like, that's cool. But I made it through, like, I wouldn't even break down because I made it through high school, you know, and that shit stopped after.
Did you make friends with a mouse?
I had a roach.
A little roach.
I had a fly that used to come in and sit.
Little fly friend.
You know the Photoshop's going to go nuts with you and the Green Mile, bro. I'm sorry. No. In advance, I'm sorry, but you might want to check out Whackbag tonight.
And they got
under the Photoshop
none of these fucking psychos, man.
And don't worry about, you know, talking about it before, you know, your career is where you would like it to be. Because
I didn't want it to come. I didn't want it to ever pop up.
According to
against my shit, you know, against I'll tell it, you know. If you
but according to USA Today, we're pretty much, you know, not even on the radar. So
yeah, so no
you didn't
really
tell
listening.
anybody. It's not like you know, told anybody.
There you go.
That is a fucked up, repugnant story.
So that's why I say,
see, this is what we got to do.
It's just that easy to.
Wow, look,
it's just easy.
No, man. All right, look, we can't do this, but
ouch, nigga, too.
Ouch, nigga, too.
And look at my face. I never smile. I just look like a big one of them motherfuckers.
The Photoshops have begun on whackbag.com, and it's not pretty. And, you know, this is what we have to do. While Jim Norton's in L.A. being a star, we got to get these guys in and just beat them down. A week and a half, and I know Patrice ran out of shit to say in his head and said, well, I got a little something.
Bill Burr, you know.
Bill Burr started admitting crap that he didn't even do.
You know, we've done the same thing.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right, Patrice.
That is something.
I want to thank you.
And now I can't even
show great
I can't even argue, like, the point. You know, when it first came up, it's like, you know, if you hang out in a stairwell and some girl's coming up and you grab her and throw her on the ground and rape her, that's rape. But, you know, you're on a date, you're doing this, and I'm ready to, well, Patrice, let me tell you, there are some circumstances where after that,
no,
I don't have enough information to
I completely believe everything you just said. Sometimes you hear some of these. Sometimes you hear these stories while we sit in here, and you go, "Oh man, you're so full of shit. You have blinders on." But I have no doubt in my mind that
I had a good friend that went crazy behind that, man. He never recovered.
Never recovered.
All
right, we're gonna take a break. We got Laszlo outside the studio. We'll get Laszlo in next.
Laszlo's fucking rapist. Now, he really fucking did it.
Also, we have...
Look at him. Watch you, motherfucker.
Also, we have Stalker Patty coming in to give us our Christmas gifts.
Great.
I want to thank the listeners that have been sending in Christmas gifts, by the way.
Thank you.
We've been getting cookies and gift baskets and wine, and Caroline's gave us some of that Dom.
Oh, yeah, the Dom.
And Dr. Steve gave us bottles of really nice wine, so thank you.
Dr. Steve,
we
thank you.
Appreciate it. We even appreciate the crappy gifts that are coming in, so thank you. Thank you. You all right, Patrice?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine.
Want to just get into some laughs after this break?
Yeah, I mean...
Goddamn drink. You want a drink or something?
Yeah, it's like I just took a fucking shit that was just in there.
Yeah.
It's in there.
It's going to be very awkward when I turn these mics off.
No.
We're all going to be like...
Fuck out of here.
Well, that was a good story, Patrice. Woo.
Wow. I gotta get
Wow. Oh, I would like to look at you uncomfortably, but I gotta check. I gotta check with Ben and see what we got left for the show today. You're gonna go to the bathroom? I'll wait. I'll wait a few minutes.
Look at that. Best story ever. Patrice just gained even more of my respect.
And I can't tell you,
Mike.
We don't have time, but there are so many people calling in that are completely relating to you right now.
Yep.
That's the beauty of the show.
A lot of people that had the same thing happening. Holy shit, fucking riveting. Fantastic, Patrice.
All right, let's do Ding Fries Are Done, and then we'll go to break, and we'll regroup.
Really?
All right. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony program on XM Satellite Radio. We like to call this a virus, the One virus. If you like what you're hearing, tell a friend.
After that story, my voice is going to sound like this every time I try to make a joke.
Riveting.
I'm not trying to take pussy, folks. It's just,
absolutely riveting.
What are you gonna do?
We got Laszlo in studio.
Tell your chick that story? She knows that shit?
Yeah, I tell every bitch.
Nah, that's good.
I tell every bitch. That's going to help.
I just tell them. I just say, yo, this is what down.
This is what happened.
This is what went down.
This is why you should just put it like in an email or on a piece of paper, flyer that you can just give out. Put them on the windshield wipers at the clubs.
Or on a contract.
I had a bitch that was a lawyer. I was going on when I told her.
Really?
She goes, see, that's what black men, that's what had you. Fuck them white girls, and look what the fuck. She didn't go,
Yeah,
she just
I run away with it.
Dummy.
Unbelievable.
All right, Laszlo, what do we got going on
Laszlo
today?
in studio.
You guys are going to be at CES?
Yes.
Yes, we're going to
weeks?
Vegas.
Yeah.
You going to be there?
Sure, man.
Of course, he goes every year, too.
You got the Howard Hughes suite all booked?
Yeah, hopefully.
Do we have the same suite?
Do we have the same goddamn hotel? Because I know they usually book
I have no idea.
well in advance, and then when we try to book, we end up at some place in the old... You're going to love the quaint old strip, they used to call it.
Yeah.
When you go to Vegas, see, the new strip, you don't want to stay there. You want the old Vegas atmosphere, like when the Rat Pack used to perform.
Penny slot machines.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Boy.
No, I want Bellagio.
My buddy,
I want big places, MGM Grand, big places.
You know the guys that stand on the corners and hand out those magazines that have all the different chicks you can pick from?
Uh-huh.
Well, they're like baseball cards.
Well, that, and they've got the full magazines.
Yep.
A buddy of mine was getting some audio for my show, standing out on the sidewalk with a mini disc, and security bum rushed him and took his mini disc player.
Why?
They said, well, they don't want to promote the fact that, you know, people were handing out catalogs full of bitches with prices on them that say $69.99 and $79.99. Took his equipment.
That.
Yeah.
You could end up in a hole in the desert.
Trying to go with that family-friendly shit out there.
Yeah, good luck with that.
They can't decide.
Actually, I think they're going to succeed because they did that to Times Square here in New York.
They were Disneying up Vegas for a while, but it's starting to... I think that it reached its peak, and it's starting to come back a little bit where it's a little more adult-oriented, and they're putting the emphasis on it.
I think they're thinking if they can get family-friendly, they're going to get a lot more business, though.
But they were, and they did.
But I think that it's just the beginning. I really do.
Like Wynn's place, and fucking giant.
Yeah, we got to check that out.
That place is massive.
Hey, Todd in Missouri.
That's
Todd?
no, like, kid place.
Good morning, boys.
I'm just distracted, Ann. I'm sorry. Todd, go ahead.
I'm Anthony Acumia's friend on MySpace, and I'm on the radio.
All right. What's up, Todd?
Hey, I want to know who the hell made that new promo for the WOW stickers, and how come you guys haven't called them out on it? That thing stinks.
I didn't hear it.
All right, let me tell you what happens. When we go to break, we run and do all sorts of stuff. We check with Ben. We go to the bathroom. We get more food. We get coffee from the Starbucks machine. When I listen to the replay, I'm absolutely amazed what's being played when we're not live.
I hear
had
16
no idea.
Gamma O spots in a row.
Gamma O.
Gamma O.
We get it. Gamma O. And then I hear promos, and I'm like, wow, we're playing this? All right.
With the experience of a man.
That line kills me.
I know. I say it the same way every time, don't I? Every 800 times it plays.
You guys find out who did that and take him out and shoot him.
What's the WOW promo? I guess we got to play it now.
It's a new one with Toby.
Toby? Who's Toby?
That's what I say.
Sam's Toby?
Hawk, you know anything about this?
The WoW promo? Who wrote this? Steve wrote this?
Uh-oh.
Okay. Let's hear the new WoW promo.
The following is a simple guide to getting your very own WoW sticker from the Opie and Anthony Show.
O&A Party Rock.
That's right, Toby. O&A Party Rock indeed.
Boy, I love them.
Head over to opieandanthony.com and click on the WoW sticker button.
Sometimes I pick my nose with a coat hanger.
That's nice. You keep doing that.
It's all sticky.
Or send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the Opie and Anthony Show. Attention WoW stickers, 111 West 57th Street, Suite 500, New York, New York, 10019.
Gosh, that was easy.
It sure was, Toby. Now put that WoW sticker somewhere obvious.
Put it on my eyebrows.
Now, Toby, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Adios, eyebrows.
And finally, enjoy bosoms.
One time I walked in on my grandma in the shower. I saw her boobs. I cried a lot.
All right, is there a delete button? Because I know if I have a file on my home computer, I can drag it into the trash and then hit delete. Is there something like that on delete that can be used for that?
Yeah, then reformat the hard drive when you're done.
Yeah, please. And then throw it away. Take a big magnet that they used to pick up cars and put them into one of those crushers and put it over that hard drive. Oh!
Who produced that?
Who produced it? Who voiced it?
Steve?
Everyone is fired.
Danny?
Danny was involved in that. I know that voice.
Yes, I was involved. However,
wow.
I did not write any part of that.
You're like Rich Little Talent. That fucking voice.
Well, little's better than none.
No, he didn't. Well, his voice is fine. It's Sam who's on the line, also known as Toby. Hi, Sam.
Was that Sam?
Sam.
Yeah.
Do the voice.
Do the voice.
Hi.
No.
Adios, eyebrows.
Say bye-bye eyebrows or whatever you said.
Adios, eyebrows.
Oh
okay, I never want to hear from Sam again.
No, his name's Toby.
Oh,
Toby.
That was the worst bit of production I've ever heard. Ever.
Well, Steve's experimenting with new characters.
Steve.
He came up with Ramon, and I think he's been feeling the pressure to come up with a new character. He came up with Toby.
I know Ramon. That was no Ramon. That was drivel.
You're killing Sam, though. He's thinking...
It wasn't funny. The voice was completely annoying.
Sam's fast-forwarding going, man, I'm going to have at least 10 of these as this character.
No, that will never air again, Sam.
Well, you know.
How many Tobys did you record?
How many? I only recorded the one.
Oh, just the one.
Actually, no. We recorded the first one that was just the Toby character, and then he said that was annoying, so we were going to try it again.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure. Do you use that voice on Scorch's show?
No, that was actually not my creation, the voice.
See?
No, it's your creation. It came from you.
Sure, that was not my creation.
Sam, militia would beat you up.
Sam, you're doing a voice?
All right, Sam, thank you.
All
right, so...
Adios,
thumbs down on the new
character.
Thumbs
way down.
Steve is nowhere to be seen.
Steve ran, tail between legs.
Charlie's picking up on something. Charlie, go ahead.
This is Charlie. I did a weekend in Bergen County. I want to send some love out to Patrice, and I'd like you guys to play the Cranberries for him because I know that's his favorite song.
Yeah, which one is your favorite again? Zombie?
Bunch of evil bastards. There we go. Patrice is back, everybody. Shit. Motherfuckers are just assholes.
Here's the Cranberries on your home of rock and roll.
Everybody. John Cusack. Renee Zellweger. The warmest blanket.
The warmest blanket. I love you, damn it! You don't know what love is!
I don't know how to quit you.
The warmest blanket. Oh, horrible.
Oh, a bunch of dicks. It's brutal.
Yeah, but you're back now.
I've
changed. You'll never change. I'll change for you.
Opie's like, this motherfucker.
I know we're 15 and we still live at home, but we're in love.
You'll want to wrap yourself in the warmest blanket.
New from Universal Pictures. Starring John Cusack.
Meryl Streep as
Zellweger.
Mom.
Yeah. Meryl Streep.
Shout out to the Cranberries. Play the Cranberries for Virginia.
They don't forget shit, man. They don't
All the
forget
fucking
anything.
truckers thinking about all the prostitutes they murdered just driving down the street. You know, all she did was really just poke me too hard. I had to fucking choke this bitch. I actually buried a bitch and I didn't get caught. Fuck. Everybody pulled over the side of the highway, looking in the sky, thinking, fucking bunch of... I don't relate to you, you motherfuckers. Just fuck off. Just feeling sorry for me. I shouldn't even know. This is a damn goddamn shame. Driving on the highway, fucking deep looking but not seeing. Yeah. Wow, that was some bullshit he got caught for.
That's right.
I got a head right on the rearview mirror hanging as a dried up voodoo head who's really a bitch.
Oh, well.
I gotta... Oh, well. Off to kill another hooker.
Now I gotta think about the bitch in my trunk. Fucking in there right now.
Shut up back there!
Banging on
I'm sorry.
on the lid.
Hey, how about this song, baby? Here, listen to that while you're back there.
She's like
all duct taped up, all chloroformed up.
Even she's feeling good.
Pumping chloroform in the back when she wakes up.
He's not right for our family, but I love him, Mother. The warmest blanket. A Lifetime movie. A Lifetime movie premiere.
Oh, shit.
Horrible. That's great.
Oh, you guys
Great
are fucking
song.
funny.
You know what's funny about this show? Like, everyone was riveted, and no one could figure out if they should joke or not, but now the jokes are coming in.
It is what it is, man. It is what it fucking is. You got to. Motherfuckers not joking, then there's a problem.
For the first time on this show, people are going, should we or should we not? Should we leave this alone or...
Because it's touchy, but you know, it's probably Doug. Fuck that shit!
Fucking guy. He just called in a strike on his computer.
I can't wait for the King Kong, my face holding a white woman on top of something. All right, fucking whatever the
on top of the fucking
Photoshop guys, we know what this
Prudential Center.
You'd be climbing the Prue building.
Hancock and shit. Rowing a boat. I'm fucking Charles River with a white woman.
Lawyers in biplanes swooping past you.
Motherfuckers, I don't expect no fucking sympathy. I didn't want one. It's just like a yapping thing to get out.
Bastards.
Son of a bitch.
Trucker Dan, what's up?
Hey, man, what's going on? I enjoyed the show today. I just want y'all to know I'm doing everything I can to spread the virus to all my friends. And I got a comment for Patrice if y'all got a moment.
Sure. Of course.
Yeah, man, I tell you, that story you told, Patrice, man, had me damn mesmerized. I'm trucking around Atlanta, and next thing I know, I got a construction worker on my fucking grill, okay?
Did you hit somebody?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man.
Then the song came on, and he didn't even care about it.
Anymore. The guy's bleeding.
It was like 10, like 10 miles before I realized it, and what gave it away is a burrito on my hood.
There you go. There you go. Thank you, Dan. Thank you. Bruce and... Oh, we missed Bruce and
old construction worker, man.
All right, Laszlo, so what did you bring in today?
CES, what's going to be some of the big things that we're going to be looking for over there?
Well, you guys are going to be broadcasting live, I'm assuming.
Hells yeah.
Yeah, they give us like 2 hours. It's the easiest gig in the world.
Listen to this gig. We broadcast. We don't even have to get up early because of the time difference, right?
Right.
So what time do we start?
I don't know, 11 or something.
It's like 11 o'clock. We do 2 hours, and we hang out in the casino.
We're gonna do 2 2-hour shows. We're taking a day off to fly out to Vegas, and then we're taking 2 days off afterwards.
Yeah, I'm spending the whole weekend there.
Wow.
So we're doing the show.
And it's not even vacation time. It's just what they want us to do.
Like, now, can you curse up on stage? Because I remember there were some issues last time about whether you could curse and...
What on? Oh, because we had the speakers going out over to the live. There was like kind of a live audience in the display, in the XM display, and we were broadcasting there. So they were a little iffy, but we were new. We were pretty new at that point. We didn't want to shock anybody. I think
I don't know. The reality is we got to play their game for 2 days. That's all. We understand that.
Yeah. You guys ought to check out all the home theater section over there.
I missed that last year because it was, I think, 20 miles down the... It's the biggest
I've never
fucking
seen a bigger convention center.
It is
ever
in my life. It is shit. And now it's actually gone to 2 convention centers. It's like the old days of Comdex because they've run out of space in that.
What, do you got to shuttle over to another
over
one?
to the Sands. They're going to have some booths over there.
I hope the awful stuff is there because I really don't want to go over to the Sands.
But, you know, like every day I'm getting all these press releases, come check this out. You know, there's like a demo for 7.1 discrete channels of high audio DTS HD surround sound.
What's that going to do for me?
I have no idea.
What's it going to do?
I got 2 ears.
Yeah.
7.1. And they have these chairs now, $6,000 recliners that have like subwoofers, access points, so while you're watching things like the chairs rocking back and forth.
So what, you feel like you're kind of in the...
like you're in the movie. It's also for gaming as well. There's a lot of gaming furniture.
Cool, though. Not bad.
Yeah, but $6,000 for a little much recliner, dude. It better have a fridge in it, and
I'd rather give you
have
a great surround sound system.
It's got to be pretty heavy.
No, I'm just trying to figure out if Club Soda Kenny can
bring it over to your house,
could carry it home for me
from Vegas. I'm on the plane. It's like in his lap on the plane. You stink.
Oh man, you know the weirdest press release I've gotten so far is. Do you remember Commodore?
Commodore 64. That was my first, my second. I had an Atari 800 first, and then I got the Commodore 64.
The company's back, and they're trying to like make a big splash.
In what industry?
They're selling like MP3 players, media boxes. You know,
what have they been doing?
I don't know.
Hopefully they change their name to Microsoft.
Yeah, I don't think Commodore is going to...
and just spell it with a K instead or something.
Make a splash.
Yeah,
because that's the biggest problem. You got to change the name. Because as soon as you hear Commodore, you're like,
are they putting out huge plastic cartridges that don't fit in anything? Yeah, you just plug this in.
It's an MP3 player that's 20 years old. It plays one song.
Hold on a second there. John in Jersey. John?
Oh, my God, I got to tell you, I'm driving to work.
Yeah.
Big fan, by the way. 40 hours of you on my iPod. 57-year-old business executive.
Oh, cool, thanks.
I'm driving to work, and I'm listening to Patrice's story. I go right through a red light.
Holy shit.
And there's this 18-wheeler who stops at my door, just almost hits me. I'm like, oh, my God, I was completely mesmerized.
Killing motherfuckers.
It's like a 20-car pile up somewhere, and all they're all hearing is the Cranberries. As the police are on the scene, taking police reports. There's fire and people screaming.
Everybody reliving pussy hostage days, baby. And I was one of them that got beheaded.
Yeah, you were there with the pussy hostage Al-Qaeda. I almost got nailed because of your story.
Yeah.
All right, Laszlo, sorry. I couldn't let that...
The HD Radio Alliance is going to be there big and strong.
Now this is something... I'm in fucking radio, right? At least I think I am. I have no clue about high-definition radio. People in the radio business and the broadcast radio side of it are trying to present it like it's a major competition for satellite radio. What the fuck is high-definition radio?
Well, they're making all the terrestrial radio stations switch to new equipment. So they're broadcasting instead of an analog, they're sending out a digital signal.
A digital signal.
So now you have to get new radios to pick up that signal.
Right. You can't pick up high-definition HD radio on your regular radio in your car.
So you got to buy a new radio, which at that point you might as well just get a satellite radio.
Exactly.
There's already stations that are hinting and talking about charging subscription fees.
Great.
But you can only get the station around the city.
They're basically...
Right. It's not like a satellite where you can go coast to coast. It's still just limited to the transmitter.
They're basically
range.
Starting up satellite radio like...
But a terrestrial
it's going to take years and years before anything.
And since it is broadcast, it still falls within FCC guidelines.
Yeah, but there's been some discussions about whether if it's subscription-based, if they do have a subscription-based channel.
Yeah, but again, why would you subscribe to something that you're in a radius of a broadcast tower?
And the record companies are all up in arms about HD radio because they can see the consumer electronics companies are going to make radios that will just grab songs,
digital signal,
save it to a hard drive. I don't even have to listen to that station anymore. I can just tell, my unit to record a bunch of songs to the hard drive. So why am I going to go buy the albums?
Yeah.
So they're trying to get legislation rammed through that you can only record 30 minutes worth of content on an HD radio. So it's like the technology's going to be legislated and dead before anybody even gives a shit about it.
If CBS wasn't on regular, like if you got basic cable and CBS wasn't on it, you would not pay to have CBS. You would never pay for CBS.
No, you just live without it.
You would just
live without it.
Yeah, you wouldn't pay for shit that was free.
No, there's
like you
nothing.
go, okay, I got HBO. I'm supposed to pay for that because they came in with that shit. But CBS,
right?
I'm not. Fuck you. If it's not coming with it, then I'm not gonna get it extra.
Yeah.
That's why XM is light years ahead of this whole thing, because it's all about content.
Now, what about this? I'm hearing different streams on HD.
Yeah.
Can there be, like, let's say we'll take a station WNEW here in New York. Let's say they're HD. They go HD. What is this? You can get 3 separate stations, let's say, out of one station?
And this is exactly what happened with HD television. They were like, oh, we're going to be sending out these huge, beautiful pictures and signals. And then like, wow, we could split our signal into 4 different stations.
Yeah, and defeat the purpose of having all that information being sent down the pipeline into one big, beautiful picture. Now, you can make more money by splitting into 4.
And what's hysterical about HD is
crap.
That they just did a survey, Scientific Atlanta did a survey, and people who have HD TV sets think they're watching high-definition television, but they're not. They think, oh, I've got the set, so of course I'm watching HD.
You have to go get a box. You
need
a high-definition box, or else your HD TV isn't any better than the regular resolution.
It's a disaster.
Television.
It's going to take years.
Ope's got his high-def, now you got to go get the box, dude.
I got it.
And then you got to sign up for high-definition channels.
I got to find out what Kenny's doing.
It's going to cost you a little more on your cable bill, by the way.
My cable bill is close to $300 a month, I think.
I remember when my cable bill was like $60,
I'm not even kidding.
and I was like, oh my God, it's
beyond
$60.
ridiculous.
What is your girl doing at home during the day?
What?
You buy pay-per-view shit?
You get a couple of pay-per-views a month or a couple of movies on demand, and before you know it, you're over $200 on your
But
cable
on
bill.
demand is free really now.
They have the
lot
free
of
on
it,
demand, and then they have the movies on demand like you pay for, like $4 or $5, and it's movies that kind of just got out of the movie theater. And then there's HBO on demand, Showtime, which Cinemax on demand is the worst bunch of You go through, like, HBO is great. They got
HBO
a
on
of
demand
movies.
is amazing.
Showtime is okay.
Stars is good too.
Stars is good.
They have a lot.
On demand? Stars
on demand is good.
Cinemax, I go there. It's like 5 movies. It's like the, fucking the Gigolo movie with Rob Schneider and like something else. It's just the awful movies on that.
They're now talking about a la carte cable pricing.
Yes.
Have you heard about this controversy?
Yes, people are outraged. As far as some of these politicians go, people are outraged. I haven't seen one outraged person, but they're outraged that they have to pay for a lot of these channels that they're not using, but the cable company offers you what are packages. So you can't just say, I want HBO, I want this, and I want my basic cable channels. They say, no, well, you got to take the platinum package or the gold package or something. They want to be able to hand-pick every channel.
And it's also part of the whole decency thing, because the lawmakers are saying that it'll give parents a lot more control over, which channels you can have. And like,
there's already 3 layers of controls that parents have.
So they're now trying to, like Ted Stevens from Alaska, why he's always at the forefront. What the fuck you got going on up in Alaska that you got to tell the lower 48 how to live? Eh?
Baby seal clubbing. Take care of that first, Pally.
You know what's bizarre about the a la carte thing is that people who are upset about it, televangelists, are afraid that if cable goes that direction, they won't be on, in every household in America.
Brilliant. Right. The people that should morally be so behind this are against it because who the fuck is going to say, I want the PTL Club channel. I want the one where the religious guy is preaching 24 hours a day.
Well, the concept of the channel is outdated.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you and I have talked about it several times. You just record an entire series and sit through a marathon. We're just talking about on demand. The concept of actually sitting down and watching television
as per their schedule.
I'm in a hotel room, and I turn on I turn on the TV and I'm hitting fucking buttons on there. I'm like, no, skip, stop. Like I've got no control over the television. I'm ready to smash the thing.
I go right to movies in the hotel. I don't watch like regular television. And now the movies in the hotels, you got the pause, stop, so you get some room service. You can pause it. Like, that's the whole thing. And at home, it's the same thing. I don't watch television as it's happening. I have the cable box that records it, DVR.
DVR is amazing.
And you got to take a piss, you pause it. You want to see something again, you go, did that motherfucker just say that? You rewind. You go, baby, come in here. Well, look at this. You got to see this. There was something when a Fear Factor was on the other day, and we're watching it, and it was Blind Date Fear Factor. It's hysterical. They hooked up this hillbilly hick motherfucker who had like half a foot, no teeth, with this hot little fucking chick, this little blonde who is just like adorable. And my girlfriend paused it and was just like, you gotta come in here. And I was doing something, so I couldn't come right in, but you just have it paused for a bit. And this is what fucking television is in this century. It's not sitting there at their mercy watching that crap.
There's going to be 2 new phones at CES that actually record television.
Phones.
So it'll be like a TiVo in your phone.
For your phone.
That's great.
Yeah. I'm kind of getting into the phone TV thing.
Yeah, the phones are starting to figure it out.
They're not there yet.
They're almost getting it all together.
But I'm getting more and more. From the time I signed up with my new phone, which was about 3 months ago, I guess, I've got a lot more live television on my phone than I had when I signed up.
Do you have Sprint?
Yeah.
Because they've got that M-Spot service. It's like $7 a month. They just, I guess, launched it. They have movies now that you can download to the phone. But the movies that they licensed right off the bat suck. They're like awful things from the 80s, Short Circuit.
Dude, do you remember HBO, a little thing called HBO when it first started out? There was some shit. I don't know how many times I watched The Last Tango in Paris. I saw Marlon Brando get fingers put up his ass 800 times because it was the only thing HBO would fucking play.
This will ramp up fast for the phones, definitely. They got to start somewhere, though. Really fast, because people are still just riveted. Of course. I'm going back and forth here. Skip in New York. Skip.
Hey, Skip,
Skip, did we lose you? Hour late to work because I couldn't turn off Patrice's story.
Yeah.
Did we lose him, though? I don't know.
People lose their jobs now.
Skip, one more time. No? Skip. God, I hear the phone. It's right there.
Skip.
Maybe he got in that car accident.
Awful name.
Skip.
That is a yuppie name, isn't it?
Skip.
Sorry about that.
Skip. Look, I got Jay Leno, Tonight Show. I can watch that. NBC News. I got Fox News, NFL Network. Then I go to music. I can watch music videos.
Does it play or does
sports,
it
weather?
Skip shit?
How much does that cost you a month?
Pretty good.
He doesn't know.
I don't fucking know.
And when do you watch it?
It's probably like $9.95.
Because you haven't been on public transportation in years. So
I watch it on my little walk from the studio to my truck. I watch it on the toilet.
So rather than talk to Master Poe as he's escorting you, you're watching television.
Well, I don't want to distract Poe by talking to him. He is a lethal weapon.
That's right.
Would you walk down the street and talk to a Walther PPK in your hand? No. Why would I talk to a weapon? Would I talk to a shotgun while I walk down the street? It's the same thing with Poe. He is a lethal weapon. You don't talk to it. You use it as a lethal weapon.
And he's quite serious when he's doing the escort. Because I've been with him.
Gentlemen, always. He pushes people out of the way. Like, if we're walking down the sidewalk and there's a bunch of people walking abreast and kind of taking up a lot of the sidewalk, he will give them a little elbow. He'll move his arm out. And I never even have to look. I'm just watching my phone. I watch my phone the whole way. That's it. Poe pushes people. I watch my phone. I love it. It's fabulous.
Hey, Huey Lewis is here? Very cool. All right, we should take a break. Laszlo has more, but we got to get Huey in for a few minutes, right?
Hang, though, Laszlo. I mean,
yeah, man.
Come back over here to the coveted next to Anthony seat.
I love it.
Oh, look at that. You must have did something nice for Anthony.
Laszlo's a tech pal of mine.
I got in trouble for listening to Huey Lewis at church camp.
Really?
Yeah. Right, we'll tell that story.
Church camp. Didn't like Huey Lewis?
Right.
Hey, you gave us a CD. What's on here?
One of the spots from Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. It's a collaboration, not a big collaboration. I basically had Steve do a voice. But I did a spoof.
Is Sam on it? Because if he is, I just want to thrust it through your head.
It's Toby. It's Toby.
No. But we did. I always wanted to do a spoof commercial about tampons, and got Steve involved.
Great.
Let's listen to this real fast.
The Plug Singers present
Once a month my blood
comes on. Once a month my mood goes down. I don't feel fresh, I start to doubt. The plug stops plasma trying to break out. Keeps me fresh and keeps me clean. I don't want leakage to be seen. It comes in super easy fit and discreet.
Sing it, girls.
Plug the gap and plug the hole.
Give it to your boyfriend at night. Hey, that's not right.
If you're cranky, I know it. Stop, plug a flow until your friendly sound.
Plug it.
When you swim,
Plug it.
it's a sin. Plug it when your blood comes on.
Plug it till your friend is gone.
Let's plug it tonight. Let's plug it tonight. Let's plug it tonight.
If you're cranky, you know it's time to plug the flow.
Wow.
That
I
is
like
very
that,
good.
that 20s feel it had.
Right.
Nice flapper.
Just like the idea
Picture
of
flapper dancing to that.
sticking a plug in it.
All right, we should play another one of these as we go to break. The mainframe, is that cool?
Yeah, you know, I've never really got the Matrix. Everybody that was sort of into tech and computers thought it was the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do a spoof of those sort of cyber thrillers.
All right. Good. We'll go to break with this. It's Laszlo.
The event movie of the year everyone is talking about.
You're just a virus. You're not real.
I'm your mother, stupid.
A group of people that think the whole world is trapped in a computer.
We can't get out.
Hurry! Stick your hard disk inside my drive!
I can't! My hard disk crashed!
Reboot it!
The Mainframe. What happens when 5 college students take LSD and discover the truth?
Ah! Your face is a big pixel!
And they have to make the decision of their lives.
What's it gonna be? Yes or no? 1 or 0?
The Mainframe. It's real.
The mainframe!
Coming to theaters this Friday. Rated PS for Pretty Stupid.
Next time on a very special Everybody Loves Raymond. Ray goes to the doctor.
Ray, would you like to see your test results?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
What are you doing?
Ray.
Oh.
I'm afraid you've got AIDS.
No, come on.
You have a rare strain of HIV.
No.
Commonly found in post-op Portuguese transsexuals.
The fun really begins when Ray's wife finds out.
Why is the toilet filled with bloody poo?
Come on.
Oh, my God. The bed is full of scabs.
God.
But everything works out in the end.
Sweetie, you're losing so much weight. I bought you a smaller robe.
Come on, the air conditioner.
Ray, your mother's here. She wants to say goodbye.
Oh, what are you doing?
All on the next Everybody Loves Raymond. Tonight at 8.
The power of love, of course.
There he is.
Huey Lewis in studio. We finally got a real celebrity in here.
That is.
I'm not even kidding you, Huey Lewis.
As opposed to a fake celebrity.
Well,
Yeah, we've had plenty of fake celebrities.
we get a lot of fake celebrities, you know.
People that think they're celebrities, things like that. But you are indeed a celebrity.
I appreciate that.
And we apologize for making you wait out there with Stalker Patty.
I had fun talking to Patty.
Did
you really?
No,
Yeah.
you didn't.
No, I honestly did. Of course, I did all the talking. So
She was probably just like gushing over you. Hi, Huey. It's a pleasure to meet you.
You know Patty. I can tell.
We know her.
Well,
yeah.
she's not called Stalker Patty for nothing.
She's a big fan. That's the power of love. Probably singing along with your songs and everything.
That's good.
Huey Lewis, man. Talk about an icon in music. You were there, beginning of MTV. How many music videos you remember watching with Huey Lewis
Too
in the
many to
news?
count, Anthony.
The hit songs, one after another. It was like you were glomming the hits.
And the guy doesn't age. You look exactly the same.
I do. I really look good. Your viewers don't have.
No. We'll get some pictures though.
That's my thing. Looking good.
Looking good.
Very important thing.
And a big fan of XM, right?
Big fan of XM.
You got XM satellite radio?
I got XM satellite radio.
What's the channels you listen to?
I go to that 80s channel a little bit. I don't know.
Fred?
I bounce around.
The Fred
80s.
channel?
No, the 80s.
Oh, just the 80s? Okay.
You don't like the
Channel
Decades channels, do you?
I hate the Decades
I
channels.
am on those all the time.
I'm a niche guy.
I got a whole preset that is just I go 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and I'll just pop through them all. It's nostalgic. At one point, you hit 60s, and I'm a little kid listening to Monday, Monday, la, la, la. And then, boom, I'm in the 80s. That's the power of love. Back to the Future. And then, boom, I'm in the 70s.
Wow, 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 wow.
I love it. It's a time machine on 4 wheels.
No 40s channel?
Huh?
I figured you'd be into that 40s channel.
No, I'm not quite. I'm not quite going back to the 40s. How far back you go in the decades? Do you go to the 40s?
I love the 40s.
You go back
that was the great audio age, pre-television. That's when radio really mattered, you know?
Yeah, that's what they tell me. I
True.
don't know.
I mean, people learned how to dress and how to be that way. I mean, we were just talking about that outside.
With Patty? She remembers.
I mean, you know, and you think about the best minds of the black generation, for example, were musicians. Couldn't be doctors and lawyers. Most of them were from the South.
Yeah.
They're from Kansas City or St. Louis in those jazz bands, and they're dying to get to New York, to get out of the South.
Yeah.
And that's what the music told us, and that was the cutting edge. That, you know, wasn't any TV. People listened to radio to find out what was hip. I like New York in June. How about you? That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That was when radio really mattered.
And radio stinks now. Commercial radio stinks.
Yeah, commercial radio's rough. I mean, all the commercials.
I've been doing the commercial radio since I was 18, and now the satellite, it's
so
a whole
bad.
new world.
I don't think there's San Francisco, we were talking about that. San Francisco, which, you know, pioneered FM radio when, with Big Daddy Tom Donahue and K-San and Camp PX and all this, when it was really happening. We were glued to that channel. And now, I don't know that there's a radio station in San Francisco that's programmed by somebody who lives in San Francisco.
Yeah. So all the corporations have taken over.
I think they're in Phoenix or Fresno or San Antonio or somewhere like that.
Yeah. And it's almost impossible for a new artist to get on or... you know,
well, audio isn't enough anymore. You know,
no.
The other thing that's interesting is music used to be the domain of blind artists because they could play so good and blah blah. But nowadays, we're going to have another blind. We're going to have another Stevie Wonder. I don't know how they make the video.
Yeah, right.
It's a problem.
Yeah, that and you got to have something on there for your computer. You got to have something on the disc that you can pop in and be interactive with it, stuff like that. What are you working on?
I'm doing a Broadway show at the moment in
Chicago, right?
Yeah, Chicago the Musical, which has really been fun.
Wow.
And was a big challenge for me, and I've finally kind of got it together, and it's really fun. Yeah.
What's the hardest part? It's got to be memorizing things, right?
Let's see. What is the hardest part? The hardest part is doing it all at once. You know, you have to sing and you have to sing and dance and remember all your lines and act. And then you have to be an ensemble player. So, that, you know, in my gig, which I wrote myself, I can do whatever I want to do. If I want to go over there, I go over there. If I want to hit a different note, I hit a different note. Here, I have to, you know, it's very disciplined. So.
Yeah, take direction.
Yeah.
Wow, man, that's got to...
Did you ever think you'd do Broadway?
Never.
Yeah, right.
Never. I didn't think I would this time either. It's daunting. You know, the talent to humility ratio is huge on Broadway, which is refreshing coming from rock and roll, frankly. And you know,
those Broadway audiences are fickle. They're the worst. I went and saw The Odd Couple recently.
Yeah.
With Matthew Broderick and Nathan Lane.
And
it was great. I loved it. But, man, you get these Broadway... That's all these people do is go to Broadway, you know? And they are so fickle, man.
Yeah, I know. They're tough.
They're really a tough audience.
Yeah.
Critic.
Well, I was going to decline politely, but as it happens, my son goes to NYU, and I was visiting him anyway. So I said, well, let me see the show, and they gave me 2 tickets, and we went, and I was knocked out by the show. The music is fantastic.
Yeah.
You got to hear it more than once, but it's phenomenal.
Does your son want Daddy around all the time, though?
Exactly. Because
I bet you're now living in New York, right?
Living in New York.
Calling him up a little too much. Going, hey,
right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Fortunately, I have a show every night.
And he's got a cool father, you know, Huey Lewis. But I'm sure it doesn't matter if you got a celebrity father; it's still the same shit.
It is.
Dad, leave me alone, man. I'm trying to get laid here.
You got it.
How does the Broadway, the traditional Broadway, I guess, actors and singers, how do they react to you coming in? You know, do they look at it like, hey, hotshot rock guy coming in, or are you warmly accepted?
Isn't that wild? I mean, wouldn't you think there'd be a little bit of resentment, but there isn't. As far as either that or they're very good at faking it,
hiding it.
But they're just wonderful, and they root for you. And my understudy in the role is a guy who taught me the role, Bernard Dotson. He's a member of the ensemble. He's a fabulous Billy Flynn in his own right. He doesn't feel I mean, he's just rooting for me.
Behind the scenes, he's calling up the guys from the news and going, I think Huey wants to get the band back together again.
No,
get him out of here, please.
I can't tell you how wonderful the company has been and how great everybody is. I would think, I would think if I was a gypsy and I'd been working on Broadway for 20 years, I'd feel a little resentment when some guy came in, but I haven't felt a thing like that.
Hey, what happened to the news?
We're writing. We're going back.
You are. But what are those guys doing while you're doing this?
They're writing.
Do they do
playing other gigs? Yeah.
Oh, they do other band projects and stuff.
Well, yeah, working on everybody's got home studios and.
You've still been touring though, as a band.
Yeah.
This whole time.
Yeah. We never.
We got someone on the line that says they see Huey every year in Atlantic City.
See?
Yeah, Atlantic City's huge.
Well, a
lot of
yeah.
No, you know something?
It's a gig.
When I drive there, when I drive there, you see billboards of people you never would have thought would have played Atlantic City. Same thing, and I think Vegas kind of turned that around because Vegas used to be where it was kind of cheesy if you ended up in Vegas.
Not anymore.
Now though, there are big name rock acts playing Vegas and Atlantic City.
And the same thing's true with if you were a TV actor, you didn't do film.
Yeah,
that's all blown out of the water now.
Yeah, commercials, another thing.
It's all
people
screen
really don't
time
care about
anymore.
it. It's not selling out if your song ends up in a commercial anymore.
I think the amazing thing about Atlantic City is that
the amount of money they pay you, Huey. Come on,
the gigs are sold out and you can't get a hotel room.
Yeah,
and it's Atlantic City. It's not Hawaii.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, you do a little of that gambling.
Very little. I like to play craps, but usually when I'm working in the hotel, you don't want to get bothered if you go down. So I don't gamble usually.
You don't like getting bothered anymore.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Let's face it.
When did it get old?
It's so recognizable.
Anybody who does what I do has got to like the attention a little bit, or he wouldn't have done it in the first place.
But when did it get old for you? When they start bothering your family?
Well, there's a part of the time.
Or when you're trying to take a leak and some guy's trying to shake your hand.
That's not good.
There had to be a moment where you're like, wow, man, this is kind of a drag.
Well, like I said, anybody who does what I do has got to like the attention. He would have done it to begin with. So there's a period of time when you actually enjoy it.
Yeah, of course.
And there's another period of time when you tolerate it, and hopefully there's a much smaller period of time when it drives you up the wall.
Okay.
So and everybody's got a horror story on some celebrity. Mm-hmm. And I tell you, the worst stories are the first-class flight attendants. Because, this is my theory now, this is a personal theory, if you're in an airport, you're kind of like fair game.
Yeah.
And so you're signing autographs and being nice and blah, 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 blah. And you can't wait to get on the airplane. So they stop. Finally, they board the airplane. You get in your first class. You sit down in your seat. And the flight attendant goes, oh, my gosh, can I have your autograph?
And you're stuck with them. I saw Bob Saget was sitting in front of me when we were flying back from L.A. last time. And
he flipped out.
One of the flight attendants would not leave him alone.
Right.
Just kept coming up and talking to him and asking him things, and then going, "All right, I'll leave you alone. I'm sorry." And then 2 seconds later, would come back again.
Yeah.
And where's Bob Saget going? Unless he's got a parachute, he's there for the duration.
That's it.
And just being. You'd think they would tell these people, leave them alone.
But that's where you get your best horror stories, are from limousine drivers and first-class flight attendants.
You got to do the Spinal Tap thing. The limo driver, right in the middle of talking, you just bring the divider up. Fucking limeys.
What's wild?
I love that scene.
What's wild about the limousine drivers is you assume that they're entirely discreet. Because you get in the back of a limousine and the guy's up there and he's got a uniform on and he says nothing, and you talk about whatever you want to talk about. But all you need to know is get in a limousine sometimes and say, hey, who have you had in here lately? And they'll just go everything.
What they've done, what they talked about.
That's it.
Yeah, bastards.
Well, we got a lot of people that want to say hi to Huey. Huey Lewis. Andrew in New York, what's up?
Hey, how you doing? I wanted to ask Huey how he felt about the use of his music in American Psycho.
Yeah, man.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that movie's fantastic.
I enjoyed
it. That was such a great scene.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. The guy, I'd read the book.
Which is a lot darker than the movie, believe it or not.
But there was a kind of a slightly ugly story about the whole thing. What happened was they asked us to use the song in the film. I hadn't seen the film. I knew the book. I said sure. They had William Dafoe. It was clearly a serious movie. We said sure. And on the eve of the release of the movie, they sprung this soundtrack CD on us that they're going to release. Well, the soundtrack CD had our tune and a bunch of source music. It wasn't a great CD, and I thought, I was on the road. My manager said, should we, we never signed up for the CD, and we don't want our fans to buy it for the one song. No, thank you. We don't want to be on the CD. Well, they were miffed by that, so they issued a press release on the eve of the thing that I had pulled my track from the CD because I hated the movie, that it was so violent and blah, blah, blah. And that's why that groundswell started. And of course, I hadn't even seen the movie, so I think it's fine. Enjoyed it.
Do you like Huey Lewis in the News? Love that scene.
Let's go to John in Texas. John.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, John.
Look, I was going to ask, Mr. Lewis, I'm kind of an 80s kid. I'm a semi-fan. What I really wanted to know is, you were not an unknown when you did the Back to the Future movies, and how did that propel your further rise to fame with those set of movies?
Well, an actual fact, they asked us, do we want to write a song? Steven Spielberg, Bob Zemeckis, and Bob Gale, who produced, directed, and wrote the film, asked to have a meeting. We had a meeting down there at Amblin, and they said, we've written this movie, and this character, Marty McFly's favorite band would be Huey Lewis and the News. How would you like to write a song for the film? And I said, we don't know how to write for film, but I'll send you the next thing we write.
Don't know how to write for film.
Which was
a couple of hit songs, sure.
Well, we just wrote Power of Love and sent it to him, which I actually didn't think was going to work because there was no love interest, but they used it in Boa. And the song was released, and it was a #1 record before the movie was released. So Zemeckis, to this day, I saw him at the 25-year DVD thing, the 3-pack, whatever. And he said,
I bought it, I know.
He said that was the key, that was a big key to the marketing of the film, was that the song was a smash before the movie came out. So it didn't really, the way that the movies didn't do anything for me, really. It was great that the song was a big hit, but it was probably a bigger hit because of the movie. So there.
Sorry, you're just too darn loud.
Exactly.
Do you send, do you help Ray Parker Jr.
I love it.
I can't talk about that, I'm afraid.
Not at all.
No, that was
one of those can't talk about shit.
That was one of those ugly things.
The deal was done and shut up.
Wow. Does he call you?
No Christmas card?
How big was the Huey Lewis in the News, and at your biggest point comparable to
6 feet?
The Stones? Like, I don't know. How were you as big as the biggest rock groups out there that people still talk about or something? Were you at your highest? Was you as big as U2 or something?
They had Sports and 4.
I have no idea.
Huge, like you couldn't even imagine. I'm trying to equate it to a hip-hop artist, something you'd understand, Patrice.
But
I can't even.
Big, legit, just big like that.
Massive.
Really? I mean, I know. I'm
like
not gonna
LL in the day.
I know Huey Lewis in the News. I know that shit. But I'm just saying, I want how big, because I'm so stupid. I thought maybe the motherfuckers that went, take on me. I don't fucking know.
Are you out of your mind?
One hit.
That was a big one for me, Take on Me.
Huey looked like you wanted to knock the motherfucking teeth out. I'm just saying, I don't know how big it was.
He was LL. We were as big as Pee Wee Herman.
When he was at his biggest.
At his peak.
You're doing great with Huey.
I love Patrice.
You mentioned Ray Parker and Aha.
His question.
He wants to knock your teeth out.
Oh, good job. I'm just asking, what the fuck do you want from me? Jesus Christ.
Aha had one hit, although they were huge in Europe.
Who was? Aha.
I mean, I'm not comparing this guy. I know he's a rocker, but I'm just saying in terms of bigness.
He was huge.
What is bigness? What is bigness? What?
Huge.
Record sales? What?
Lots of #1s, right?
Booty.
A few #1s.
Few.
Many millions sold.
Yeah, I guess.
They made us rip up the tape at church camp. I'll tell you that.
What Laszlo got in trouble because he was listening to you, Huey.
There's a interesting new artist called Paul Thorne, who's a real good songwriter and a buddy of ours, who opens for us. And he was raised in Tupelo, Mississippi, and his father was a Baptist preacher, and he wasn't allowed any electric music. And the first record he got was Picture This. It was one of our records, yeah. And
I didn't think it was quite such devilish music.
Well,
they made us rip up him and Duran Duran.
Yeah, I could see.
Wait, what happened, Laszlo?
That's the slippery slope to hell. You go to these church camps, like a week long, you're a young kid, you have chapel every night, and they just rail on and on about, current music and how it's the path to the devil and all this, and then they maybe see you listening to your Walkman. What are you listening to? And
well, I'll tell you one thing, seriously. I probably shouldn't say this, but it's okay. And I like the music a lot. But the message for rappers today about get rich or die trying, That's a hell of a message, isn't it, to give the kids? Get rich or die trying? I mean, I don't get that. Frankly, in my day, at least, it was a little more, creative than that, I think. And that's the one thing I worry about. Very materialistic.
Very materialistic.
And they buy into that whole American thing.
What?
There we go.
Very materialistic. Your
Patrice has woken up.
Don't you think? I mean,
I'm saying it's just where you're from. It's like fucking.
How come white people have such great music?
Motherfucker.
That's the question.
I mean, no, I want a new drug. I mean, give me a fucking break.
I loved I Want a New Drug.
Fucking,
it was a metaphor.
It was the exact. Why the fuck can't 50 have a metaphor? Get rich or die trying.
What's
Maybe
the metaphor?
Have a heart attack because you're working so fucking hard.
No, it's not.
It does not. It doesn't say get rich or kill a motherfucker in a bank robbery because it's a metaphor. I don't know
what is that a metaphor for?
The same metaphor that I want a new drug. The connotation that you can make. I'm just saying it's the same thing as get rich or die trying. How come it can't be I'm going to work hard until I die?
Well, it's actually completely opposite.
Right.
Exactly. Want a New Drug is about I want a new drug that makes me feel like when I'm with you, which is love, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it ain't the biggest message in the world. But
all I hear is drug use. That's what I hear, right? The rest is fucking Spanish to me. It's just cocaine to me.
You're right.
Well, we got Mark the trucker on the line. Mark, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, fellas?
Pretty good.
Morning. Huey, I wanted to ask you, did you ever find that new drug?
Still looking, man. Still looking.
Love your band, man. I listen to you all the time.
I appreciate it.
Very cool. Dave in California. Dave.
Yeah, hey, guys. How you doing today?
Pretty good. We're having a good time.
Hey, Huey, I met you years ago over at the AT&T Pro-Am. How's the golf game going?
Non-existent. It's 22 degrees in New York City, man.
He lives in New York now, so.
You got to get back to California.
There goes the handicap, right?
Yeah, there goes the handicap.
We got the best courses, punching out, guys.
Actually, I'll tell you, Long Island's got some awesome golf courses.
You go all the way out east there?
I haven't been out there. But
Black course.
They're all
Beth Page.
There are a lot of them out there.
Make sure you play Beth Page Black.
Yeah,
that's the one where you tee off first hole and lose your ball. It's just never fun.
It's over 200 yards before you even hit the fairway.
Yeah,
on some of these holes.
Yeah,
before you even hit the fairway.
Do you find it harder to write now than it was back in the 80s? Maybe. I mean, do you run out of ideas of things to write? Or
yeah, I mean that's very valid. I don't know why that is, but part of it's when you've written a bunch of songs. And now you go to start writing something, it's kind of like something you already did. Like you can't have rock and roll we have a song called Hard to Rock and Roll. Well, there's your rock and roll in the title song.
Yeah, you don't want
can't have the kidney of rock and roll, you know what I mean? I mean, you're done with that. So there is stuff that were places you can't go because you already did that in a way.
And is there also just getting a little older, your mindset changes, so
I think
some of the subject matter.
You know, Dylan dealt with that in the 60 Minutes thing, which was very interesting, and they asked him, you just don't know where those songs come from, to be honest. You know, you have to be open to that, and the muse comes or she doesn't, and it is tougher to write when you get older, I think. But I also think that 12 things, like a CD now is 12 tunes or something, I think that's just too many.
Yeah.
And why is it that recorded music all has to be the exact same size and the exact same price? In other words, why are all 12 songs for no matter if it's Miles Davis or 50 Cent? Why is it all got to be the same? Why? Look, paintings are different sizes and different prices. Books are different sizes and different prices. Even wine, for Christ's sake, is different price. What about limited vintage aimed to a boutique market? And then Joni Mitchell might make another record. And Randy Newman might make another record. But we're losing our great artists because everything's the same price. It's sold like a commodity. And record labels, therefore, if they want to maximize the profits, they got to sell more CDs, so they aim for the kids.
It sounds to me like you want to write 3 songs and get $20 an album for it.
Now you're talking.
That's kind of what I'm getting here. But
that's what the record companies are upset about with iTunes. Everything should not be 99 cents. They're saying some songs are worth 20 cents. Other songs are worth $2.50.
Well, you know, the bottom line is, it ought to be treated as an art form. American popular music is arguably America's greatest contribution to the world and culture. 40 years ago, America grew things, we built
polio
things.
vaccine.
We invented the internet. I think I might put that over.
I'd say polio vaccine, music.
I wasn't polio vaccines started in France, I think. With Pasteur, really.
Louis Pasteur.
And I don't know, but whatever. But when you go around the world today, that you hear America's music in everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, in Africa, in Europe, and Asia, and so on. And our business, that is, treats it like gasoline or rice, like a commodity.
I also always wanted to know, especially with somebody that's had the success that you've had and the amount of hit songs. When you play out, when you write a new album, let's say, and you put out new music and you perform it live, you know what the majority, let's say, pretty much 99% of the audience is there. They want to see the stuff that you've done already, your hits. Is that frustrating as an artist?
That's a great question.
It's a very good question.
I'll tell you why. I went and saw the Stones over the summer.
Right.
And it was like, the new stuff is definitely really good, but it's like, why are you wasting 20 minutes on the new stuff? I want to hear, Sympathy or what have you.
Exactly. And that's understandable. People want to hear your songbook. And as long as you don't work too much, it's real fun to play your songbook. I mean, you love those songs anyway, as long as you don't have to play them 200 nights a year. So that's why you tour and take big breaks between tours. We work 85 shows a year, which is fine. It's like falling in love all over again. But then again, you do need new things. Why? Because as a storyteller, you need a new story every once in a while. And so all you need are one or two things for yourself, and that's generally what happens. They make a new record, the Stones, they come out, they play 2 songs from it, and then all the songs.
Do you ever glance over at one of the guys in the band during Power of Love or something and just go, you believe we're still fucking playing this song?
Well, when you get to that point, it's time to take a little bit of a holiday.
Yeah.
I mean, when you see a band up there and they do 36 minutes and the singer comes out after 15 and they're miserable, it's because it's their 6th night in a row.
Right.
I mean, if you don't work too much, it's like falling in love all over again. I guarantee, take 2 weeks off. It's a ball.
Yeah. It's the creative curse, because we do a very creative radio show, and there are times you look at Anthony like, can you believe we're telling this fucking story again? But we have to. And I'm not even kidding you. And some of
who's going to put the weird little different twist on it?
And some of the old listeners will call us out like, dude, you've told that story 10 times, but we know like the audience is building and building, and we have to go down some of these roads so they get to know us.
Not a crow, it's an owl.
Yeah. So how do some groups? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay.
How do some groups get out? Like I keep saying you too, because it's the only thing I can think of in terms. But it seems like people are accepting to U2, who's been around for years and years. They're accepting that they're going to play new music, and they're not going to play whatever their hit was.
They're one of the few, man.
But how do you get that thing where we want to hear the new shit too? Like Vertigo is just as big.
Right. It's very hard to go through a couple of decades and be relevant and update yourself where you're just as popular as you were. And it's because of your new music and your old catalog. I don't know how it's done. I don't know what the formula is there.
No, I think that's a good point, and they've done a very good job. They take huge breaks between records and really work on their new records, number one. And number two, they are subject to some of those same things. People go see U2. They want to hear the old things, too. I mean, they really do.
That's true, yeah.
And they're,
Did you used to write on the road?
Yeah.
All right, because we have interviewed so many bands, and when they go and tour, they stop the creative process. I don't get that.
Yeah.
I would think if I was a lead singer and I was writing the songs for the band, that I would be writing all the time. Well, it seems like then the tour ends, it's like, all right, now it's time to write the new album.
Yeah.
And I never understood that when bands would come in here and tell us that.
Well, because when you're doing a show, if you're putting a show together, then your daytime's worried about reworking the show.
You got to think there's downtime on the bus or the hotel room where all of a sudden you got a little thought. It almost seems like they don't even use that part of their brain until the tour's over.
And we wrote a lot of our good stuff on the road in the early days, and again, don't write so much on the road anymore. So maybe that's the problem. I mean, writing is a chore. It's tough. And Joni Mitchell said what's interesting is that now, my stuff is our pop songs, and I don't mean that demeaningly. I mean, I like that. Rock and roll can be about anything.
Yeah.
As long as when the guy says I'm going to Kansas City, they got some crazy little women there, and I'm going to get me one. We believe believe he's going to Kansas City. He knows about the crazy little women, and he wants to get him one. Then it's rock and roll, you know. So it can be about anything. It doesn't need to be about world things, but you're informed by your audience to a certain extent. In the old days, you write with the radio. You know there are people out there. Want a New Drug is a pop song sent to a generation that relates to that. Well, how do you do that when now you know you're not going to get played on the radio?
Right.
Period. I mean, Joni Mitchell made this same point. So who are you writing for? And suddenly, well, and where are you going to go? You go to television is the only place. Our crowd, if you're over 28 and you know, white and not country, then you got to go to TV. And where you go David Letterman, and then you get tacked on at the end, and he doesn't talk to you.
Right.
And it's just cheap to be a singer anymore. You know, it's not. And so it's tougher to write because you're informed by your audience.
There's no going to MTV anymore.
Radio has really abandoned a lot of good music.
Yeah.
I remember when John
and video and MTV and all that stuff.
You guys were huge on MTV, and it was a little odd because you guys didn't really fit the bill of what was going on at the time. You know, I mean, you didn't have the look of the guys that were on there. I remember, as a matter of fact, what was it? One Beavis and Butthead, I believe it was like, this guy looks like a friend of my dad's. And it was hysterical.
Well, you know, we never were. We formed right before music television in the late 70s. Yeah. So we never really set ourselves up to be trendy because it was an audio deal. It wasn't about a visual thing. It was an audio deal. And now, had we started later, we probably would have adopted. I mean, we would have done anything. Believe me.
If nothing else, it's a compliment to your music because you know you weren't setting up as a visual.
And it served us well over the long haul because now our stuff that we wrote in our 20s is actually more relevant. We were anachronistic then. You know, we were old-fashioned then.
Yeah.
And now it actually lives stuck with you. Doing All For My Baby. If this is it, these are more for sort of.
Were you one of the bands affected by Nirvana?
What do you mean affected by Nirvana?
Well, I mean,
oh man, I like Huey because he's a.
No, it's all right.
A mean motherfucker. What you mean affected by? What you mean, nigga? Say it.
There were a lot of bands. There were a lot of bands that went away because of Nirvana, like the hair bands and stuff. Like, what effect did that have on you guys?
I don't know. We were
because you weren't really in the.
We were off the radio.
You really weren't in the hair band category that it really affected, but it seemed like that just reinvented everything when they came around.
I don't know. I mean,
I think the hair bands affected like that whole influx of Poison and Motley Crue and everything. Kind of got where MTV was like, this is all we're playing. You turned on MTV, all you saw was a blonde lead singer with the hair down to his ass
and the makeup
and stuff, and that
some
was
guy welding, and then a shot of some chicks,
a chick with a sword.
That would affect him though. I can imagine that would affect Huey Lewis.
And how about now the television became so much more important. A lot of our pop bands and hard rock bands seem to come from Sweden. What's up with that? When did Scandinavia be a hotbed of American popular music? You know,
they are the whitest people you can find.
They're the most attractive, and they look good on television.
99 Luftballons.
I think she was German.
Whatever.
But you know, just to finish the previous thought, you know, and Randy Newman said this, who's one of my favorite artists, and you know, he won an Oscar for the song he wrote for the Toy Story. Is that right? I think it was Toy Story. Got a Friend in Me or something.
Yeah.
And he kind of poo-pooed it in an article that I read because his latest record, which I still think is his latest record, it's called Bad Love. It's an album, and if you're a Randy Newman fan, I mean, it's a masterpiece record.
Yeah.
And sold nothing. And it never got played, nothing.
Yeah, where would it get played, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. And it's an absolute masterpiece. It's funny, it's poignant, it's wonderful, it's musically rich, it's orchestrated wonderfully, well produced, really great. Probably his best work.
Wow.
And it got no attention.
Yeah.
That's a bitch.
So, thanks.
And what about acting?
So go get him, satellite radio.
Any more movies?
Well, you know,
you got pretty good reviews for duets. Yeah. I saw that in a hotel one night, and you did a great job.
Well, I am in showbiz, and I'll do anything for money or attention.
Is that it?
All right, it's Huey Lewis. He's on Broadway doing the Chicago thing. Anything else we're promoting today?
No.
You can promote.
I can promote.
Yeah, you got to have a CD or something out there.
Our best work is a thing called Live at 25. It's a DVD and a live CD, and it's out a year now. But it's a snapshot of where we are at the moment. And we've sort of reinvented ourselves over the last 10 years into this. We have a 3-piece horn section now. We sort of reversed into the playing music the way there was before.
Right on.
Before all this stuff.
We got 5 autographed copies of that. We'll give away right now.
Nice.
Huey, thanks. This was great.
Hey, thanks a lot. Nice chat with you guys. Keep up the good work.
All right.
Hey, Huey was cool.
I don't want people to know I'm a nice guy, so shut up. Huey was great.
That was very cool having Huey Lewis.
Hell yeah, man.
Patrice is over there sawing on his hand with a plastic knife during that interview, rolling his eyes.
No, I wasn't. I was listening to Hugh. I just didn't want to piss him off because you was like, when he asked the question, because you want to ask those things, man. That's why I said David Lee Roth was so cool, because you just said, you go, hey man, what was it like, man? The pussy? Like, which pussy was better, your first fame or your second fame? And he just bam. But I have to be careful with you. You can just like that. What was that question you asked? And it's like,
the Nirvana?
Did Nirvana destroy? And
that fell flat on its face. I understand
it didn't.
that.
He knew what you meant.
It's
like,
just, what the hell?
What, motherfucker? What? Say that again. Say it again. What? Greg, if you say that shit one more, it's like you go. It's like, nah. Did he ruin your career?
The reality is, when Nirvana hit, there were a lot of bands that went bye-bye.
Yeah, I think he
were coasting and having a good time and making a lot of money.
I think he had already peaked and was on the back end though during the.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out, because
it was the hair bands that got.
Yeah, no, I know it was mostly the hair bands. That's why I asked the question, because everyone knows it was the hair bands, but I was wondering how deep it went. That's the only reason I went there.
If I listen to Hugh's music,
great question, but
it would be. If I listen to Hugh's music, it would be. And you said, what era is this? Even with digital remastering, and you just play the song. I would go 80s.
Yeah,
right. That's 80s, right?
Early or mid 80s.
It's happy. It's just there's no music.
He made it to 90. With this shit.
He made it to where I know the
Check
song.
on that. See what his last top
Patrice,
top 20 song.
When I saw you at Avery Fisher Hall, you do a Michael Jackson music thing that is beyond hilarious. I tried to explain it to Anthony one day, but I just couldn't do it. There was a time where it was okay to listen to Michael Jackson.
Yeah, you can't. It's like you can't. Michael Jackson now, it's like, because he's so, like, he's not like, okay, if the guy that made the song, if Dexy's Midnight Runner guy, the Come On Eileen guy, was accused of pedophilia.
Yeah.
You can easily go, fuck you, you're done, I'm never going to listen to you again. But you can't just go, fuck Michael Jackson. You can't go, I'm not listening to this motherfucker. So you got to rationalize how you go, okay, I'm only going to listen to...
This is the best analogy ever.
I'm only going to listen to pre-pedophile. So you can listen to Thriller,
all the Thriller you need.
But then when you go, you are not alone, you go, oh my God. Was he touching kids during that shit?
This is a pedophile.
Yeah, but it says released in 89, but did that mean he wrote it in 80? Fuck, was he a pedophile during that shit? Because he's so important as a musician, you can't just say...
You can't throw away that entire
Michael
catalog.
Jackson.
Right.
You cannot do it, man. Isn't
that great?
It's just God damn.
What about that black or white song? That's safe, right?
It's black. No, that's the song. That's the black or white song for Michael Jackson. That's the one that black people. A lot of people don't know this shit because we don't. Black people, white people don't share news. Like I said, y'all are deeply into. Y'all are deeply into. What song is this?
What is this?
Is this a Michael Jackson song?
I wouldn't mind if we lost this one.
Yeah, it's
fine by me.
But it's like a lot of the news that white people are into, black people just not into at the time, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know black people got rid of Michael Jackson. There's only one way black people tell you fuck off, is if you stop trying to be black. That's it. That's your career end right there. Once black people go, this motherfucker ain't trying to be, fuck him. You know,
like
and
OJ,
like the Juice. But see, the Juice became a nigga because of the trial. So we couldn't give a fuck about the Juice. We could give a fuck about him.
Yeah, when he was running through the airport,
we look at this nigga jumping over shit, jumping ass nigga. But as soon as white people come down on you, they kind of we back you. You know what I'm saying? But he was so like denouncing his blackness, you could just see it in his. So when we got rid of him, talking about that black and white song. When he did that, is black, is white, hoo-hoo, and he's like, what's this motherfucker changing into Arab bitches and Rastafarians and shit?
Yeah. And accountants.
And he got on Oprah and said, I had vitiligo, which black people know is not a disease that turns you into a fucking white person. And we didn't tell you, white people, that we got rid of him. And we just let you take him in.
Already gave him the heave-ho, and we took him in.
We love like a junkie, like having a junkie in the family.
Yeah.
And you throw him out, but you still love him. So it's like, that was Michael Jackson does. Like, get out, you're smoking up, you sell mommy's coat. Yeah. But get the fuck out. White people loved him. And this is why his career's over, because white people got rid of him. Now, he's European white now. Yeah. European white people.
He's living in Qatar, or where is he now?
Yeah. Our white people love him. When he held that white baby out the window, that's when our white people got rid of him. And he's done here.
Now I had to go to another country.
So, but y'all loved him for a good 10 years.
Let's get Stalker Patty in here.
I had no idea you guys had given him the boost.
Yeah, we got rid of him a long time ago.
As we get Stalker Patty in studio, we only have like 6-7 minutes left. We might have to start doing another hour of radio show.
Yeah, you have fun with that.
We're hour. Hey, Patty.
Hi, Patty. How are you? Did you enjoy meeting Huey Lewis?
Hold on.
Yeah, I didn't even know who I was talking to at first until Opie said something. I would never have known. He's so down to earth.
You had no idea you were talking to Huey Lewis.
He looks exactly the same.
Yeah, but they look different.
When did he start watching TV? 1998?
Yeah, but they look different in person than they do in their photos.
All right, listen.
Huey Lewis looks more like Huey Lewis than anybody.
Sometimes there are people that come in and you go, wow, he looks different in person. Huey Lewis, exactly the same.
If Huey Lewis is walking down the street, no one goes, that guy looks like Huey Lewis. They go, that's Huey Lewis.
So what guys,
Huey Lewis. Huey Lewis.
What did you talk about before you realized?
Yeah.
Did you really embarrass yourself?
No, he was talking about the radio and stuff and all.
What do you do? Do you fix the elevators out there in the lobby? No, you didn't put your stupid foot in your mouth.
Patty, what happened to the makeover?
Yeah, what happened?
Maury
to the Maury
Povich worked hard on you. And,
now you look just like Patty.
You're looking just like you used to look. The hair's back to being flat.
It's a little greasy,
I washed
Patty.
it last night. I didn't have time to blow dry it. I was
When did you dye
tired.
it? When was the last time you dyed your hair? Because your roots are all black and gray.
Well, no, that's yellowish.
No, put your head down.
Yeah, well, my
look
hair
up there.
is
It's gray roots. You got to dye your hair.
Michael Jackson's ready to write a song about you. It doesn't matter if it's black or gray.
Black or gray.
Oh, thank you.
Puce.
I love you too.
Black or puce. It's black. It's puce. It's
you. Well, you know,
So you didn't know it was Huey. You were talking to him about radio?
Yeah, he was like, a lot of things have changed. It's not the same. I think it's because of the FCC people are afraid.
Well, he was saying that you guys were discussing radio from the 40s?
Oh, yeah, I like the 40s channel and stuff. I enjoy parts of it.
What reminds you of being dumped in a diner by your parents, by your mother?
You listen to Benny Goodman?
I like it.
There it
I
is.
like that kind of music. Nothing wrong with that.
And we lost the war on Hanukkah.
We're asking all of the women to join the USO to help our troops fight the evil Hun and the Japs. Patty, we need you.
Yeah. In fact, I think the women in the O&A Army
no
should
sailor
be
kissing you in
waxed.
Times Square.
No sailor dipping her. Hey, no fucking army guy coming back and bringing you some nylons and silk stockings from fucking France. Here you go, Dame. Put these on your stems. No, huh?
The 40s.
Just an abomination.
All right, let's get this over. It's a yearly thing.
Here it is.
Patty comes by with
Christmas presents.
I bought a big old box of chocolates.
There you go.
For everyone to share, and Anthony gets to have the cherry cordials that are in it.
Cherry cordials. No individual gifts this year?
It's a community gift?
She's getting
I'm
smart.
budgeted.
You're budgeted to what? What about your gambling trips to Atlantic City?
I haven't gone since September. And it's only once in a blue moon. It's been months since I've gone. I haven't been able to.
No time off? You still behind on your bills, Patty?
No, just my rent. Tomorrow morning, I'm going down to social services to get a one-shot deal and get the application for it, and then see what I got to bring.
Ooh, pass that over, Hawk. Let me try one. What do you mean? What's a one-shot deal?
It's a loan they give you if you qualify for it, which I should.
Yeah.
And you have to pay it back.
Oh, it is good shit.
Oh, man.
God damn, Patty, you are an ass, but that chocolate is great.
That has to be. I bought a guy with chocolate. 4 of them cost $5. This has to be like a $200 box of chocolates, right?
Well,
She gets
earned
the employee discount.
Oh, you earned it.
Yeah.
How much is this regular if I bought it myself?
The 3-pound, about $124.
Wow.
I got it free. Because I did very well this year, so all
right.
to me.
Don't tell anybody that their Christmas present was free.
No, it wasn't free, though. This is where it gets sad. She did very well, so she was able to get this for free. But what did you do to get this for free? Overtime?
Well, my sales were good.
Your sales? What?
Patty's on Maury right now. They're replaying your Maury thing.
They are?
I don't have a... Someone is... Hold on a minute.
I didn't even know
that. You get like
I haven't even seen that once because I had to work that morning.
You get like incentives or bonuses.
I do,
depending
and I
on how
earned
much chocolate you sell.
Right, and not only that, but overall performance and everything. Now I have.
You're a good hard worker.
Very hard worker.
Yes.
I kill myself for the company.
That diabetes got to be a bitch for you, right?
Oh, it makes my...
You can't just
if
have
I had
one of those chocolates?
My big toes will start tingling like somebody's lighting them on fire. I couldn't even...
Patrice, it is so fucking good.
Can you
I can't even fucking tell
maltitol in
you.
your diet?
What? What are you saying?
Maltitol is
Dr. Patty is talking to you.
That can be digested by some diabetics.
Fuck that. I'd rather lose my feet than a maltitol.
Yeah, but it can be digested by some diabetics.
Shut up.
Hairs.
But not all of them. That's the only thing.
And she already knew I had diabetes. It's like you brought in this big... They didn't have sugar-free or anything?
They do. It's the...
Too bad there's not a drug out there for people to digest your voice.
Chocolate,
people are having a tough time digesting your voice right now, Patty.
They have a drug. It makes my voice digestible.
What are you fucking...
earmuffs.
What are you... Go bring a carton of cigarettes to Peter Jennings' family? You cruel bitch.
No. Heck no.
You guys got diabetes. You bring chocolate. Of course, I'll eat it in front of the motherfucker.
You eat chocolate in your mouth.
Big mouthful of fucking stupid bitch. You cruel bitch. You got
No, but really, we do have a sugar-free line, but it has maltitol in it. It can be used by some diabetics.
Let's see what Laszlo has here. Laszlo, anything else before we get out of here?
I was showing Anthony one of the things at CES. There's a lot of stuff that plays into paranoia of like your kids running away or losing
paranoia.
stuff. There's this thing called the locator. It's a handheld device that you put little tags on your keys and your wallet and your kids, and you actually get a handheld display that will show you where those items are.
It seems like what we got here is a range finder where it tells you if you're getting closer, and sort of a V formation of LEDs.
Yeah, and it looks like something like out of Aliens.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. Remember in Aliens when they're tracking the aliens? They're right here, man. Yeah. They're right in the room. It's impossible, man. Saying they're in the room, man. What the hell are we going to do now?
You can
one of the greatest characters in any movie ever. We're fucked. She survived here without any food or water or supervision, but we're cock-a-doodle. Put her in charge, man. Put her in charge. Oh, this is great. Well, we're fucked now.
You can even set it so if one of those items leaves your area, like a 500-foot zone, it'll start going off. So you can, attach it to things.
Wow.
Yeah.
God damn, that
it's called
paranoia.
Yeah, it is. It's called a locator.
I wouldn't even get this, and I'm one of the most paranoid motherfuckers. Look for that at CES.
There's also going to be robots out there. You know that...
the walking robot.
The Asimo, which is that Honda's humanoid robot.
Yeah.
It's going to be doing like demonstrations about, how it can walk upstairs.
It wants to carry shit. Can walk upstairs.
It's like... Every year they've got a new robot. I want one that I could tag team with a bitch with. You know what I mean? Like your face getting numb, you just slap it. Go at it, Asimo.
And let the robot
take over. Robot munch for a while.
You smoke a butt, get a drink.
Correct.
Those things are starting to get interesting.
Sony's.
They look great.
Another year or two,
and
I think people are going to really start buying those things.
The fuck.
All right, Laszlo.
That's what it's all about.
Laszlo, what are we promoting?
My radio show is at lazlow.com.
Okay.
Don't know how much longer it's going to be around.
Starker Patty, what are you promoting?
Myself. I don't have anything.
What's your MySpace?
Oh, I am on MySpace. It's Stalker Patty, right under...
Jump the shot.
Look at that. Are you going to be...
There you go.
Are you going to be part of the Million Pest March tomorrow?
I want to. I'm going to... In the morning, I have to go down to social services, but I will be at the Hard Rock Cafe.
All right, listen.
I will be there.
How much are you going to try to get a loan for? Quick.
I owe 24. I'm going to go for 25.
2,400 you owe?
Yeah. But I can't come up with that amount. They won't even take a month's rent from me. They want the whole thing.
What do you spend money on?
You know, Opie spent $3,000 yesterday on TV and some cameras and stuff.
Hey,
I'll give you my old DVD player. I promise that to you. I'll bring it in. It'll be laying around for the next time you come by.
Broken?
No, I got the PSP thing now. I love that. I love it.
Okay.
Anyway, the Million Pest March is tomorrow. So we're calling all Army members to show up at the station tomorrow, I guess?
Yes.
111 West 57th Street here in New York City. Okay.
Wunderbar.
We'll see how that turns out tomorrow on the program. Patrice O'Neill.
Yeah,
there's
on Maury right now. There's Patty on Maury doing the robot on Maury.
I have not even seen this yet.
You look like a complete tool. There she is with her makeover.
What happened?
Hold on, we got 5 seconds. Patrice O'Neill, thank you for giving us an amazing show today. You'll be in tomorrow, right?
Get him, all right.
Hopefully.